Hey, check it out. Got 5,000 subs. Make sure this is on. This is up and on. Yeah, so anyway, 5,000 subs. Wow, that's really nice. I meant to do this a long time ago, and I've been busy. Very, very busy, in fact. So this is a night I can get on here, do a few things, talk about my 5,000 subs, celebrate everyone. So thank you so much for that. That's very kind of you. I got something in the mail I'd like to show everyone. It was really cool. Need a haircut too, looks like. But yeah, so I just want to do a quick 5,000 sub. It's kind of out the door. Oh, thank you, Ryan. Of course, you've been at 5,000. You're at 6,000 now. Ryan doesn't do these because he's better than that. He's waiting for his 10,000th subscriber, because when he gets to 10,000, then he's going to party. So, but someone like me, some small channel like me, I gotta get it. Oh, thanks, Rob. Thank you. Yeah, someone small like me, 5,000. Wow. It's like, when will I see 6,000? Maybe in a couple months. The reason I didn't say anything on my monthly update, because I think I was over 100. I think I was 160, 180 away, and I thought that I didn't think I could make it that month. I said, well, I'll be much closer in March. But then it just, subs just kept coming in, and we keep growing. That's how it works, right? I always get a big surge for every movie, every sequel movie that came out or other movie that came out. I always got a big surge in subs because, people are interested in other stuff like the books. So I guess that's what led to that. But then all of a sudden, just tons of people. In fact, I was at a bakery the other day, and someone got my card, and he went, "Hey, you're on YouTube, right?" And yeah. He went, "Yeah, I recognize your name. I've seen some of your videos." I was like, "Oh, right on, thanks." And then someone else, I was playing board games with their nephews, and he came up and he'd seen the videos, and he and his brother started watching, so they wanted to play a board game. So we played a board game together. So even the board games are getting lots of views there. Speaking of board games, super excited about this. It just came in the mail. Someone just asked me about it online too. Zombies Vegas came out. Game on, Jamie. I think, Jamie, was it you that asked about this? I can't remember. Someone asked me, did I get this? I said, not yet, but it just came in today. I cracked it open a little bit just to look at a few things. I don't know the rules yet. It's going to take me forever to get it to the table, though. I mean, it's not coming to the table till April, maybe. And then I'm going to have to play it a few times. But they also, besides the promo packs and some coasters, they also gave me the art of Dave Atkins, which was very interesting. So he even did a little doodle and an autograph. You can see that there, which is kind of nice. But I don't know, the artwork's kind of cool. It's all the zombie artwork plus some stuff he did for other games. But pretty neat there. Thank you. And then in this actual game, as you know, in Zombies 13, I'm featured on one of the cards. I'm on a motorcycle shooting a zombie and everything. And this time I asked Carrie, who runs Twilight Creations, if it'd be all right if the misses and the twins were featured. Now, this was taken almost a year ago. So the twins were really little back then. And so here's her card. This is the cover art. I mean, this is the artwork for it, but it's nice and big so you can see it. But there is the misses and the little girls, and they are just loving it. The girls were asleep at the time, and that's exactly what the picture was. I think that's Meridian, and over here is Piper, and of course that's the misses. And it was taken in front of just an empty store, but that's the picture there. Kind of gruesome. I can't wait to show my girls. That was you as a kid. So she has window shopping is her thing. I came up with the idea. It was for her. Mine was going to be street magic. I was going to be able to appear and disappear on any street. But then I thought, you know what? There's already a card featuring me. Why not we do one with Megan and the girls? So that is really cool. It's going to be kept forever. So looking forward to the Final Fantasy VII remake. Been obsessing for 5 years. It was announced today. It's almost here. Oh, really? Final Fantasy. That's awesome. What's up, RC from the NYC? Hello, son of Luke. Hello, everyone. But anyways, I just wanted to show that off. I thought it was really cool, even though I'm not going to have any time to play it. A few things going on. I remember when Final Fantasy VII was a huge deal back in the day. By the way, I remember this. I didn't play it that much, but all my friends did. Found bumper cars for $4. Yes, you get Game On. You get Game On. That's a fun game. That's a super fun game. I bring that out during theater shows. It's fast. It's fun. Everyone loves playing it. I had the theater group over here last weekend. We played a couple of games together. You know, I'm trying to get to know all the cast and everything. So hopefully, going to be bringing games up there after a while, especially when we're doing shows, because you have time to play like one quick game in between the curtain and everything. So probably one before and one in the middle. Just wanted to say that how are my favorite little Ewoks? They're doing better, Amelia. They still got ear infections, but the girls are always happy. They're always smiling. They're little goobers. So they're funny girls. And it's funny because Meridian loves being in the game room, loves seeing those games that Daddy plays. And I'm not going to say what it is because I want to keep it a surprise. I'm not going to review it probably until April because it's not going to come in until then probably. But I found an old game that the girls are just going to love, I think. It's very thematic too, but I don't want to talk about it yet. I want to be a surprise. What else was I going to say? There's something else I was saying too. Oh, yeah. So I didn't give all the announcements. I forgot there were 3. I forgot about the February 29th. I was counting like it was a leap year, right? So we get an extra day in February. And I totally forgot about that. And I didn't have a Saturday morning salmon flange planned for this week. And now I do. And it's going to feature Bernardo Fernandez from Tabletop Island. He's a really awesome guy. I've had him on the channel before. And so we kind of do like just a little thing on board games. So that's coming out this Saturday. I didn't announce that on my monthly update because I forgot about their 3 Saturdays. I forgot it was leap year. I'm going to talk a little bit. What else am I going to do for 5,000 subs? I have no idea. This snuck up on me. It really did sneak up on me. I had no idea I'd hit it. This thing, like I said, I thought it'd be like next month or something. I said, well, I have a month to think about it. So I don't really know. I mean, I don't really have Mass Expanded Universe. I do have extras saved up because I'm tied to the show right now, but I can't let any of it go because to tell you, I'm directing the next show at the theater after this. So back-to-back months. Yeah, for 2-3 months until early May, I'm booked. So every night. So I recorded a ton of stuff like on President's Day, and I just need to edit it, and that's what I'm doing now. But so I have enough for the next few months. But that, I don't want to give some away because I don't think I have any time to film anything. Like the monthly update for March, I could have filmed it tonight or done this. I wanted to do this. So I have 0 time tomorrow, and Friday and Saturday I have 0 time. Sunday 0 time too, really. But I want to film it. So I'm trying to crunch and get some time in there. I'm sorry I didn't get my special guest speaker for Prince of the Universe. It's my fault. We just disconnected, and he found out he was busy that weekend, and now I am booked solid. So we just agreed to just reschedule for another long time because I really, unless he can come at the drop of a hat, I can't interview him yet. But he's still going to be on. Still excited to have him on, but it's going to be delayed for a very long time. But we have some ideas of what we're going to do. In fact, Bruce and I kind of mentioned it in the last Prince of the Universe. We're going to start reviewing Wheel of Time books. My old roommate Steven's going to join us because he's a big Wheel of Time fan, and we're going to review those books. For 5,000 subs, I thought, what can I do? What can I do for the Star Wars wise? So if you have an idea, like someone said, a tour of my bookshelf, but I've already done that before, and there's nothing really that new. I mean, there's like a handful of things, but nothing that new. And I don't know if that's so fun, but I'm trying to think of something fun. I do have extra board game reviews saved up that I could shoot out because I think I have plenty of those saved up for a while. So I could do some of those, but I want something for Star Wars fans too, or just book fans too. So that's what I'm thinking about. Oh, I'm missing questions here. Matt, do you like the Fallen Order game? Which Star Wars game is your favorite? For video games, to be honest, Adrian, I don't really play that many Star Wars video games. In fact, that is my weakest spot in Star Wars knowledge. I know nothing about video games. I played X-Wing Rogue Squadron for, what was it, N64, I think. That was my favorite game. That was the best Star Wars game. I played all the Super Nintendo Star Wars games. Masters of the Terrace Key was probably the last one I played. That was for PlayStation. That's old. I played Pod Racer 2. X-Wing Rogue Squadron 2 sucked. I remember playing that on GameCube. It was awful. But but that's when I was stopping, and I didn't catch any of the other stuff. And the PC games I never played too. So that was my biggest weak spot. It's funny because I played a lot of video games, and I love Star Wars, but Star Wars and video games didn't go with me. Isn't that weird? I knew you didn't play it. Did you see the new Battlefront 2 update? You can play as Ewoks. Oh, that'd be dangerous for me to play. Promote the TS. Oh, yeah. Twin Sons has a fundraiser going on, guys. You need to check them out and everything. I may have one of them on here. Bought the McDonald's game off eBay earlier tonight. Oh, yes, Jamie. Oh, man. The McDonald's game. Let me tell you about this. It's a game about basically you're working for McDonald's and making orders. Jamie, with the right group, is the best game in the world. It is so much fun. You have to scream out, let's all go to McDonald's. And then getting that order in time, because you want to read off the order not too quickly, because you need the supplies. After a while, it's a great game because it balances out. Because if you get a lot of points by delivering the items first, well, then you run out of items. And so then you're scoring, you make some big scores, and then you have to stall. And everyone else is getting orders in because you don't have all the cards. So when you read that card, you want someone to get it right because you get all of their orders, and you need as much as you can to get that next bump up. And then I love the thing where if you touch the die, you lose all your points. You know, those trash cards, you throw the extra trash cards in there for extra little points or something. But if you touch that die, you forfeited all those points. It's great. It's great. It's a great thing because we always pass the die and see if someone will touch the die. As a great rule. And it looks fantastic. In fact, this year, I am going to play it in a McDonald's, I think. I just can't wait. Ryan RK knows all about video games, guys. He knows all about video games. I've never seen a guy die more gracefully than he has several times over. I'm kidding. Ryan, you would probably kill me in that. I know you would kill me in that game. But when I played Halo back in the day, back when you had the LAN parties, and even when it was online with Halo 2, I gotta be honest. Now, I don't think my Phoenix crew is on here, and I'm not talking about Brian, but there's another group of friends I had a long time ago, and they will testify. I was pretty darn good. We were all pretty darn good at Halo. The only thing I wasn't good at, I think I mentioned this in the last Q&A, was snipers. I could not control a sniper weapon, and that's like key, right? You have to be good at sniping, and I sucked at it. I never used that one. That was really the only one. The needlers I got really good at. The sticky bombs, no one could throw a sticky bomb as good as I could. I mean, I was right on there. And if I had the sword, you're dead. Doesn't matter what item you had, you were dead. But if I had a sniper rifle, you were pretty much safe. I could not control it for some reason. I had the hardest time. Ryan's telling he would demolish me. I don't know. Maybe he's talking to the Geeks Addict there because, he still hates the Geeks Addict. I need to talk to you, Ryan. I forgot. Gotta say something. All right. Amelia says they're at 600 and of the 1350. Okay, right on. So, guys, give them the push there. I think we're still doing the extra perk, right? For $100, you can come on Prince of the Universe, and we will talk about whatever you want. You set the subject. So remember, it not only goes on iTunes now, but it comes on my YouTube channel as well. And I will push. I always, and Amelia knows this, whenever Twin Sons people make the donations, they always get first tier, meaning I always deal with them first, and I bump Bruce off to another day. I don't care about Bruce. I care about those people. I want to talk to those people. Matt, have you tried playing, hold on, X-Wing Alliance PC was a great flight sim. I heard that, but I never played it. Matt, have you tried playing Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering? Dungeons and Dragons, no. I do have a Dungeon Master friend who frequents in and out. He wants to, because I have all the West End Games, role-playing games. And he's like, dude, we got to get a game together. Eventually, one day we will. I'm sure we will, but we just haven't. But I have played a Dungeons and Dragons with Brian Borg from Twin Sons, which is a lot of fun. That's a great story too. Magic the Gathering, I've never played. I never could get that game. I tried at the beginning back in 1993, could not understand it. That led to me not liking card games. That's why I don't like card games today. However, my nephews are obsessed with, they're playing Magic right now. This weekend, they're going over to someone's house and they're playing Magic. They also play Dungeons and Dragons because my cousin's son is friends with my brother's kids, and he's a dungeon master. And so they're playing these kids are playing Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering. I mean, and Magic is huge. Like every weekend they play. And sometimes on the weekends I'll go by and see them and we'll play board games, but they're chomping at the bit to open up their Magic deck again and play Magic. I just never got into it. Hello, Bryce. What's the occasion? Well, maybe you should just look at the subject. Kidding. Anyway, let me see. Trash talking Ryan here. What did I do? Here. See. All right, so I'm ready to answer questions. Guys, who do you think would win in a match online, in any game, any shoot 'em up game against me and Ryan? I die in under 5 seconds, Kennel. I talk a lot of trash, but I don't know how good I'd be now. I mean, if you do not practice video games, seriously, you will be you'll fall out of it quick. But even as good as I was at Halo, I remember I got beat by this kid. And I said, how old are you? The kid said, 13 years old. I said, shut the front door. I was like, well, you're pretty awesome. I said, hey, do you want to team up and start playing? And he said, yeah. So we started playing. Well, whenever the kid was getting shot at, he'd go, don't hit me, don't hit me. And he'd yell really high. People say, oh, you scream like a girl. And the kid would go, that's because I am a girl. And I was like, that's funny. This kid has a sense of humor. And so we were sitting in the chat room and I said, dude, you know what I like about you? He goes, what? I said, when you scream and, people say, you scream like a girl. I love how you just throw it in their face like, well, I am a girl, like that. Like you don't even care. You're not insulted. You don't get mad. And the kid goes, well, I am a girl. I'm like, wait, you're a girl? Got beat by a 13-year-old girl. That was funny. I was like, oh, I'm trying to hit the old ego a little bit harder there. You've seen Ryan game, and most of the time the deaths are not his fault. That's debatable. I'm kidding. I pick on him, but I was annoying. I was a very annoying what's called video game guy. I won't get my screen name out, but a few people who know me call me by my screen name. There's only one sect of people who still call me by my screen name, and that guy was that screen name, that persona I took on was just a trash talking. I remember my little brother would put when I even stopped playing video games, he put the headset on me while he played so that I would antagonize the other players because I could trash talk that there was no beginning. And I had a lot of fun trash talking too. It was a lot of fun. Okay. Hold on, let me get something here. There we go. All right, stop that there. And let's see. But yeah, Halo 2 was probably the zenith, the height of my love for video games. And well, no, never mind. I really love the Arkham games. I really love Batman, Arkham. Well, the first one was Arkham Asylum, which I thought was awesome. Oh man, that Killer Croc level just scared me to death. And then Arkham City was like, oh my gosh. And I think I've mentioned this. Arkham Origins was okay. If they didn't have the glitch, I would have loved it a lot more. But they had that stupid glitch in there, especially during the Firefly level. And I despise how it wasn't Rocksteady. I can't remember who it was. It was a company out of not Japan, idiot. It was a company out of Toronto, and they just never they didn't treat that series respectful. Now I want Arkham Knight, and I would play it, but you have to get the new Xbox. I don't want to spend that money because I would get that one game and never play it again. I don't even know if I'd get back into video games. I mean, because right now, like I said, I just love board games so much. And they're so much fun. I got a zombies game I got to play. Let's see. Thoughts on Project Luminous. Oh, yeah, here it is. Don't care. Someone said, Matt, what do you know about Project Luminous? I said, I know I'm not going to be interested in it. And they got a thumbs up. That's all I care about. I'll also comment because I know someone's going to ask about Bob Iger. I noticed people have gone back and listened to my Iger review I did on Prince of the Universe, which was actually way more detailed than I thought it would be. And remember, he's tried to remove himself twice. Disney has kept him on as CEO. And because of that, that, and I remember I text Ryan right as the news hit. I don't know, it may have hit early that morning, but it was around noon when I heard, and I text Ryan real quick. I said, "Well, that was a quick transition for Iger, wasn't it?" And I guess he was in the middle of making the video by then, but I didn't expect it to be like that quick, and I think I know the reason why. Disney stock took a slight hit, but if they would, I think they were trying to avoid the big hit, like when there's a big search. They didn't want the media involved. They didn't want people second guessing. They just wanted to make a quick, cut and dry thing. And of course, as everyone knows now, Iger's not out. He's just in charge of, this is really weird. He's in charge of the CEO. He's kind of giving him tips. The guy reports to Bob Iger, the CEO, reports to Bob Iger until the end of his term. And then everyone else will report to this other guy, this other Bob. And I don't know, he's not, this is weird. He wasn't mentioned. Hello, Michael. He wasn't mentioned in the book. That Dave Chapek guy was never mentioned in the book at all, which is weird because he does talk about opening parks in Shanghai and other things. And he does talk about other staff members, but he's not in there. And I mean, yeah, sure, it was written a long time or close to a year ago. So probably he didn't know who was going to replace him. Now, who is he? Why did he get the replacement? Hey, I hear people hate him. Hey, I don't care. I don't care. To be honest, guys, Disney, in my opinion, has been very hands-off and let Kathleen Kennedy steer that ship into the ground, in my opinion. Remember, a long time ago, I thought it was Iger. I thought it was. I said, well, it could be Iger or it could be Kathleen Kennedy. You can go either way. No, it's definitely Kathleen Kennedy who makes all these decisions. Definitely. Definitely, especially when you read Iger's book. Iger likes to come in and make a few. He likes to be George Lucas. He likes to come in and make a few suggestions, a few changes. But other than that, he basically lets them do what they want. And so, and everyone's saying, well, now that he's gone, I guess Kathleen Kennedy's next. Guys, she's staying for her whole contract. Okay. And when she steps down, it's going to be on her terms, and they're going to give her a big farewell. I know it's going to happen. She's going to say, well, I'm ready to move on to greater careers and greater things. And they're going to just feed that line. Oh, rats. Hold on. I got to get a battery because this is about to die. And I should have thought about that. Hold on just one second. But anyway, I'm back. So I just thought it was strange that Iger was just all of a sudden turned out like that. But I guess they just wanted to rip that Band-Aid right off and just worry about it later. Please do me. Amelia, check your email. I already sent you an invite like a long time ago. RK Outpost chose to associate with the Fandom Menace. Well, he's kind of always been Fandom Menace. He's an EU fan too, though. There's a lot of EU fans that are Fandom Menace, that are all sorts of different, affiliations. But as long as they care about the EU, that's all I care about, because we can talk about that. Iger's bailing because Lucasfilm is damaging Star Wars. I don't think he's bailing because Lucasfilm is not doing so well. I mean, sure, the Star Wars films were a disappointment. I think he's always wanted to leave, but he couldn't. According to his book, he said he's ready to see Disney Plus because that's his last legacy. He's leaving, and after that, he's stepping down or stepping to the side, as we see now. So, I mean, ESPN is in the pits, and he's supposed to be from ABC Sports. So that's what's really killing him, is ESPN is dragging down their numbers right now. Let's see. I see you. Just one moment. Oh yeah. And now you didn't read it. Telling you they're already panicking over Mulan. Yeah, they should, because these live action stuff, man, I don't know about it, but let's see. What do you think about it?
What do I think about the live action Disney remakes?
The live action Disney stuff, yeah.
I've seen a handful of them. I really liked the Cinderella one. I really liked the Aladdin one. I really hated the Beauty and the Beast one. And
you hated Beauty and the Beast?
The remake.
Wow. No, that's what I know. That's what we're talking about. Really?
Yeah, the remake was trash.
I thought the newest Maleficent was dumb, but I didn't like the first one though. And then I thought, why make a second one? Like, what? How long had it been? Like 6 years in between?
Yeah, I had seen the first Maleficent, and it was just like.
It's basically the story of Wicked, where we try to make the bad guy good. You know, you're just misunderstood.
And Wicked was much better, anyways.
Wicked was much better done.
Wicked.
I like Iger now. He retired, but he didn't say when. Yeah, in 2018. But the thing is, though, he did not have the support. Disney wanted him to stay on till I think they renewed his contract several times. Iger, and now he's finally getting done. Let's see here. Hold on. Just
you know what? When I watched Disney movies from like the early 2000s, I realized their trend then was to make sequels that nobody wanted. So this is their trend now. Instead of sequels that nobody wants, it's live action remakes that nobody wants.
Congratulations. I want you to know that I have 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. So at the same time, no big deal. No big deal. You're nothing, Matt. You're nothing. That's funny.
Do you by any chance have any relatives named John?
No. Sorry. Oh, Steve Sadler. Yeah, for real.
Had to.
Hey, Matt. Long live the expanded universe, Wisconsin. Oh, cool. Cool. Hey,
Matt,
Jared, do you have Jared? Hold on, Jared. There is a fast food chain there called, what is it called? I love it. Culver's in Wisconsin. That it's kind of spreading out. There's one in South Alabama that we go to all the time. And when I went to Phoenix a lot, I always ate at Culver's. That place is the bomb. Love that place. I'd love to have a Culver's here. Go ahead, Amelia.
Matt, do you know who did the music for the live-action remake of Aladdin?
Mm-mm.
Ben Chapazek and Justin Paul.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they worked with Alan Menken on it.
Oh, okay. Ah.
Yeah.
Watch this.
I didn't realize it's afterwards.
No super chats. Yeah. Matt also I demonetize my own videos. I hate the commercials. I hate it. I mean, you can make a little extra money, I know. And if I did super chats, I know people would be very kind to give me money and everything. But I don't know. I just haven't gotten around to. Oh, look at the shirt I'm wearing. It's the mechanical shark. It's a cat riding the mechanical shark in outer space.
I don't get it, but it's funny.
I don't get it either. I saw it. I said, "Who would want that shirt?" And then I went back and went, "I want that shirt." Actually, today is. I was joking with my cast. I said, "Well, today is." I said, "This week is Cat Week," because I've been wearing crazy cat shirts all this week, and they're like, "Oh, really?" And one guy was like looking up, "Is it Cat Week this week?" I didn't know. I was like, "Dude, I'm just making that up. I'm just wearing cat shirts." Now, I'll let you know, because I don't think any of them are watching my channel right now, because I don't really talk about my YouTube channel at practice. But tomorrow, at someone's birthday, so I have a bunch of cats who are vomiting rainbows. Why not?
Wow, it's like the mid-2000s internet memes. Do you remember Lol's Cats, Matt?
Which one, cats?
Lol's Cats.
No.
Those were like the original memes of the internet.
Yeah. I agree with Ryan here. I want the live action trend to die.
Not all of them have been bad.
What have you liked?
I liked the Aladdin remake, and I liked the Cinderella remake.
Which one? Cinderella?
Aladdin and Cinderella.
Wasn't that one of the first ones?
Cinderella was one of the first ones.
Okay. And then Jungle Book or something. I never saw those.
I've not seen that, but I haven't seen the original in its
entirety. Aladdin was pretty good. It was okay.
I can have cheeseburgers. RC from NYC knew what I was talking about. Yeah, that's Lol's Cats.
Oh, no,
yeah, the original memes. That was memes.
There you go. So monetize your channel, buy your videos to make sure toys. I don't know. It's just been a thing with me, because when it came up, I was like, oh, okay. And then I thought, you know what? I don't want to do that, because I hate commercials. They still put commercials on you, though. Even though you demonetize yourself. I don't have as many, but I know every once in a while I'll get a commercial like, what the heck is a commercial doing on there? I didn't authorize this. But YouTube will go ahead and put it on there anyway, because they have to. If the channel's big enough, they're going to put it on there anyway, whether you like it or not. So I think that's kind of a joke, but I've demonetized every video, and I don't do super chats, because I was like, and I like people are very kind. I thought about it, maybe doing it for one chat, doing like a diaper, this money goes to diaper celebration. So I don't know. I don't even know how to. I don't even know how Google AdSense works anymore. It's been so long. It's been so long since I've even been on there, so I wouldn't even know how to set it up because I'm old. And you know what? Someone who knows about how old people are is Ryan Kennel.
Isn't he younger than you?
Oh yeah, he's younger than everyone, but he likes to call
probably
people.
Not younger than me.
Well, he likes to call
that
people
was
old.
mean. I'm sorry, Ryan.
I know, but he likes to call people old. That's
so
why
okay.
I'm saying.
So Matt did not realize how significant our age gap was when we were hanging out a couple months ago, and he's like,
No.
"Hey, you remember when Phantom Menace was coming out, and there was all this promotional stuff, and they were doing like all these musical scores John Williams did, and it was like all this promotional." And I'm like, "No, Matt, I was 3."
I was like, "Oh." I was in college.
Well, I'm going to be 25 this year, Ryan.
Well, yeah, it was fun. It's funny because I just talk to people like that. I'm thinking, yeah, you remember this? And you're like, no, I really don't, man. Sorry. You know what? It was if I didn't have practice for the show, if I wasn't the lead in the show, we were going to meet up again this weekend. You didn't know that, but it was going to be an outside chance we were going to meet up again because I was coming into town because the missus wants to go back and see our friends, and she's like, you and Emil can hang out and play board games. I said, well, we only did that for the fundraiser, but
then we can play board games and just not record it.
Oh yeah, I guess so. That'd be great. What a novel idea.
I actually found a Star Wars trivia game at Half Price Books a while ago. I haven't played it yet, but like when I was looking through some of the cards, I was like my brother-in-law opened it when he was here for Christmas. He asked me like what are the questions randomly. I'm like, I don't know that.
I've never saw Pete's Dragon. Did you see Pete's Dragon?
I did, but I haven't seen the original.
I love the originals, but I've never seen the old one. He's reading the Old Republic Fatal Alliance. That's our 4 chapters. Pretty good. Amelia, have you read Fatal Alliance? And if so,
yeah.
what do you think about it?
I'm a fan of Sean Williams. I don't think he's a good writer. I didn't like the Force Unleashed books, and I didn't like Fatal Alliance either.
Okay, all right.
I don't remember why. I just remember not liking it. It's been like 7 years.
But it's better than Annihilation. I remember Fatal Alliance being okay, but Annihilation is the worst, I think, of the 4, if I remember right.
Which one was Annihilation?
For me, it goes Deceived. Deceived is fantastic.
Is Annihilation the Bane era book he wrote? The one that was is that the Bane era book he wrote?
Well, it's the Old Republic. Yeah, the Old Republic book. I mean, it's okay because
okay.
Who is it that you talk about Sith. Do you know how many times the Emperor died? Almost as many as Ryan Kennel does when he plays board.
What's going on? Press F for Ryan.
How's it going? How's it going? Hey,
who's going?
Did you hear my crack from earlier on you?
Which one? I just made a video for Sports Wars real quick, and then I popped and checked my email, so you sent me an invite. So
guys, check out Ryan's
messy closet for once on one of these videos.
Check out Ryan's review on Sports Wars. It just laid out. He's got breaking news, folks. You don't want to miss it. I'm waiting for baseball season to heat up so we can see more of that. But
I need to make a baseball video about all the Astros players getting plunked in spring training. That's what I need to make.
No, isn't that great?
It is. Yes.
Wild. It is insane because on their opening day when they agreed to say, yeah, we cheated, but that was wrong of us. We're ready to move on. Oh, you're ready to move on. How gracious of you. I was like, I cannot believe they are doing this. They are digging the hole even deeper. My dad's like, they are just imploding over there in Houston. I was like, no. Like,
if the commissioner's not going to punish the players, the other players will. That's how I see it.
Well, who is it that the Dusty Baker's like, please protect my players? Dusty.
I hate Dusty Baker.
But he's a moron. That's another that is a very long conversation. No, I just wanted to know if you were going to call me old on my channel.
Oh, well, I mean, this is your channel, so I wouldn't do that. It was a neutral site.
I will be honest. When you were singing the song, I knew what it was, but that's only because I have little girls, and they play that cartoon at the what's the doctor's name who takes care of children? Pediatrician. They play it at her office like round the clock. I think it's the same episode too, or the same 2 episodes. But I was like, oh, okay, I know it, but that's the only reason I know it.
What was the cartoon again?
It was Arthur. It was the theme song to Arthur. And I say, hey, what a wonderful time of day. That song. She's probably too young for it.
No, you remember Arthur, right? You probably
do. My mom didn't let us watch it because she thought it was evil.
Probably was. It was of the devil.
It was.
Along with Harry Potter and celebrating Halloween.
You're right. They do put commercials. Even though I demonetize myself, Ryan, they still stick commercials on me every once in a while. I said, that's unfair.
By the way, son of Luke is also named Ryan. So, yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Here's something from Ryan.
Yeah, I answered that question already before.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry.
Joined in. Yeah.
Yeah, she's 25, right?
Yeah, I'll be 25 this summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are not 17, unless you're a dancing queen.
I am 17.
Wait, for real? Like unironically 17?
No, very ironically.
Okay, I was pretty sure you were like married and like had a house.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can get married at 16. I'm from Alabama or something.
I know.
Wait, but if he is actually 17, does that mean we can say he's the dancing queen, young and free?
Well, not quite free, but yeah.
Right.
You can drive, having the time of your life.
Hold up here. I got something for you. I saw Star Wars, the original run, in theaters. I was a newborn baby infant, but my mom and dad couldn't afford a babysitter. And now, you know how moms talk, so I can't verify this, obviously. But my mom said that I was quiet and watched the screen the whole time. And then when 3 and under, remember, got in free. So we got in free for Empire too. Now, I want to say I remember Empire, but that's kind of hard. I do remember standing up and grabbing the chair and watching a movie, but I can't remember if that was Empire or not. And then when I was 6, of course, I saw Return of the Jedi 3 times. I have vivid memories of it, and I loved it.
So that's why you love Ewoks so much. It's like your favorite, your first movie memory.
It was right up my alley. I thought the Ewoks were great.
Ewoks are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw somebody. I forget, maybe it was Rob D. I think said in chat about the new Battlefront 2 update where you can play as an Ewok.
That's what someone told me.
Yeah.
What but where can I get a huge jar of Jif peanut butter? Do you know?
Right here. I dip my wheat thins in it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why it's sitting here.
Here it comes. Okay, so do I like the Fast and Furious saga? Oh no, does Ryan?
He's not asking you. He's asking me.
I'm sorry. So Ryan,
yeah, people don't care about you when you have guests on your channel.
Why? Because he looks like Vin Diesel? Is that why he likes the?
I got hair.
Ryan, what?
It's okay. I really lost a lot of interest in it in like 3, 4, 5. It's okay. I usually like watch them at some point, like on Blu-ray for a random night. I'm not a huge fan. I may go see this one in theaters.
What is this? Like the 12th?
I think the 9th or something, or the 8th. I don't remember, but somewhere around there. They're just like bringing people back to life all the time now. It's like, come on.
I get
that. Are they bringing back Paul? What's his name? Okay,
well,
that's too soon.
They're probably not bringing him back, but they might use some of that Carrie Fisher CGI. You never know.
CGI stuff, man. CGI, they're bringing anyone back. I'll be honest. They
can bring Palpatine back to bring anybody back.
Michael, I've enjoyed each one. It's a popcorn film. I can watch it once, enjoy it, unhook my brain. It's over the top, stupid fun, but it's over the top on purpose, and I can enjoy that. So, but I'll tell you what I didn't like though, Michael. I hated that spinoff, Hobbs and Shaw. It was not good.
That's 2 superstars too.
Jenkins, Robbie has a question for you.
Hold on, just a moment. I gotta get these. Any baseball fights you remember watching as it happened?
Yes. So.
What's baseball?
Kyle Farnsworth, pitcher for the Cubs. I think they were playing the Reds. I think they were playing So Kyle Farnsworth, who used to be a relief pitcher for the Cubs, back before everybody was throwing 100, he was one of the few guys that was throwing 100, and he was a big, tall dude, about 6'7" or something. And there was a little beef with the Reds. He threw when he hit him, and the guy looked at him, and Farnsworth basically said, "Let's go." And he charged the mound, and Kyle Farnsworth ran at him, lowered himself and just straight tackled him like a form tackle, took him off his feet, put him on the ground, just started beating the crap out of him. I remember that one like as it was happening. That was awesome.
That is awesome. Now you have season tickets, right, to the Padres? Is that correct?
Yep. I lowered my season ticket number this year just because I'm so busy with YouTube that I'm not gonna be able to make as many games.
That's still awesome. Awesome.
It's so cheap. Nobody goes there. So.
Oh yeah. Your mom didn't let you celebrate Halloween. I don't know who you're talking to.
Wait, how did you not know this until now, Ryan?
That's correct. Will said
either.
Baseball is boring as come on.
Will's from Europe.
Oh, okay. Well, I understand that. Even worse than cricket. Soccer to me is the most boring. That is true. I can't even get in the World Cup.
Yeah, if I wanted to watch people jog around for like 97% of the time and then get really excited when someone almost scores, I would. I don't know. I guess I'd watch soccer because that's basically all it is. Just people jogging around, a low effort for a while until oh my God, they might score. No, they didn't.
Okay, since this is Ryan's channel, let's just give him all the questions here. So what's your favorite expanded universe book out of these? Revan, Deceived, Red Harvest, Fatal Alliance, or Annihilation?
So I actually really enjoy Deceived and Annihilation.
Really?
Yes.
I cannot remember which one I like least, Annihilation or Fatal Alliance. I just can't remember.
I guarantee you like Fatal Alliance least because that's the worst one of the four.
Oh, okay. I get them mixed up, but see, that means they're not very memorable though. I remember one was okay, and the other one I didn't like at all.
Annihilation is the one. Well, and also too, you don't play the games.
Oh, okay,
so I feel like for all these, they're really centered around the game, and Annihilation is the one that's based on Theron Shan, so the descendant of Bastila Shan, the son.
I did read that one. I like it. Now I remember it. I liked it.
The son of Satele Shan, Grand Master of the Jedi Order, who had an affair with the Supreme Commander of the Republic military. They had a kid named Theron Shan, who's not Force sensitive, but works for Republic for the Republic CIS or whatever it is, the intelligence agency, Republic Intelligence. I really enjoyed that one.
Well, the thing is, I remember Deceit very well and loved it. I remember Revan and liked it. I remember Red Harvest, but that was for bad reasons. And Fatal Alliance and Annihilation just kind of run together. And I want to say, I have to go back and look at my home.
Who wrote Annihilation? Was that Karpyshyn? Or however you say
No. Karpyshyn didn't write any of these, did he?
Karpyshyn wrote Revan for sure, and I thought he wrote.
Oh no! I'm sorry, he did write
of the Old Republic novels. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have Annihilation in my Vessi closet. No, I don't know in the Vessi closet.
I know Paul Kemp wrote.
There are no skeletons in there. It's just really messy, and it's always on Match Channel Live.
No,
it is Drew Karpyshyn
vegan.
It is Drew Karpyshyn for Annihilation. Yeah. I know it was. Yeah. I know it was Paul.
Well, because of that, then you're probably right. I liked Annihilation better, but I still don't remember that much of it now.
Well, I liked.
Agree with that.
I think Paul Kemp did Deceived. Let's see. And I like Paul Kemp.
Probably so. Paul S. Kemp.
I've liked all of Paul Kemp's
for
books
Deceived.
that I've read.
He did great. Whoa.
What'd you say, Amelia?
I've liked all of the books by Paul Kemp that I've read.
Yeah, he did the Jaden Core ones too, right? Cross Current.
Yes.
Yeah, and Riptide.
I read that.
RC,
I read
please
one
don't
of
tell
those
me you're a
two. I
Yankees
can't remember
fan.
which one.
Please don't tell me you're a Yankees fan. Please tell me you're there cheering for the Orioles.
RC's a big Yankees fan.
Are you asking me or Ryan? I don't know what.
No, I like this guy.
What sport y'all are talking about.
RC, I'm a Mets fan. And that's because I grew up in Mississippi and the Jackson Mets. Get that off. What is this? You won't even wear the robe, but you'll wear
RC from NYC sent me this hat.
Because he doesn't like you. He wants you to get beat up.
No, because it's Yankees. Well, it's a Yankees hat, but it's like Padres
colors. Yeah. I get it.
Now I know how to trigger Matt.
He just left Europe.
Oh, well, yes.
Brexit?
Yes, exactly. You didn't leave Europe, but yeah, you didn't leave the continent.
He's not here anymore. You gotta win. Oh, yes. Hey, guess what, guys? Go online go to theexpandinguniverse.com because EU Madness is once again upon us. If you don't know, Dylan and I just landed our first video doing our commentary, who we think is going to win. Go out there, download the bracket today, fill it out, see who you're going to pick because the voting starts Sunday, I think. And it'll be all through the month of March. And we're going to be announcing the winners of the next round, just like we did for EU characters, but this time it's going to be for authors. I will, and Dylan wanted me to point this out. We did forget we missed an author, and it's my fault too because Dylan and I double checked it. But it is the author of Rogue Planet, the book that Matthew from the Geek Side has been reading for
Greg
5.5 years right now.
Greg Bear.
Say what? Greg Bear is not in the challenge, and so is
that the name of the author?
Yeah,
that's the only EU book he ever wrote.
But the thing is, though, I don't know. Because I mean, I sat here. Well, it's better than a lot of I was picking West End Games writers at the end because we didn't have any more, and I went through novel by novel on my shelf, and somehow I even missed it. I looked to make sure I had Rogue Planet. I said, I know I have Rogue Planet, and I sure did. Somehow I missed it, but I mean, Dylan and I both missed it, and Dylan caught it before I did. He said, "Hey, we forgot about Greg Bear," and I was like, "No, we didn't. He's got to be on there somewhere." And he wasn't. So, apologize to old Greg there, but it should be fun. Doing authors should be a lot of fun. So go check that out. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I am so behind here in the things. Who has another question for Ryan since he's so important? Ryan, what was your Sports Wars video about?
It was about Draymond Green. Draymond Green just got ejected. Like I was watching it as
before you start, Amelia, what are your thoughts on Draymond Green?
On what?
Okay, keep talking.
Draymond Green. He's a character who appears in Legacy of the Force briefly.
Oh.
He's a Galactic Alliance Guard member.
I'm half deaf and have dementia. So
how can you have dementia? You're only 24. No, I'm just kidding. It's sports. No, Draymond Green plays for the Golden State Warriors, and he had
mean. You guys are terrible.
I was testing you. I was gonna see if you'd be like, "Oh yeah, Galactic Alliance Guard, Draymond Green. I remember."
Oh, here it is. He has no ill will toward the Mets. Well, as you know, RC, being a Yankees fan, everyone hates the Yankees. That's the thing. You either love the Yankees or in baseball you hate the Yankees. And it's because you win a lot. That's true. And everyone says, well, if Steinbrenner would have bought me, well, to be honest, yeah, he bought the best. If you want to step up your game, you buy the best. You go for it. So I understand, but that is the reason, I think. No, Ryan, you don't like that reasoning? It's the same reason people hate the Patriots. They win.
Oh, well, yeah, I totally agree.
It's the same reason people hate Alabama, because Nick Saban's a genius.
Well, it's the same reason that I think that ultimately this Astros thing is actually good for baseball. Bad for baseball as far as the integrity of the sport, but good for baseball as far as national attention. We have another villain in the house, ladies and gentlemen, and that's always a good thing. Star Wars wouldn't be interesting without a villain.
Look at that.
Just pooping past from work.
He said popping.
Oh.
Ryan, I think Star Wars would totally be interesting without a villain. Can you imagine going through the entire prequel trilogy without Palpatine being there or any of the Jedi?
Well, they sure wouldn't have been able to have a sequel trilogy because the whole thing's turned into a Palpatine saga. So,
Callum, I have to talk to you sometime. Maybe when I'm up in the middle of the night in Europe playing video games.
Does he still look a lot like Chris Nelson, or did he shave?
He did. I don't know. What's this? I saw your Auburn cover the other day and just on Principal Royal Time. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. Someone block him. I'm kidding. But anyway, Callum did not like issue 108. So I know.
That's fine.
I haven't read it.
You didn't think it was that good?
I haven't read it.
Well, I'm asking Ryan.
No.
I thought it was fine, but if you've not invested in the old Marvel run, you're like, okay.
Well,
You know what I
that's
mean?
20 days I hadn't read the rest of them.
That's true. That's true, because you would miss a lot of the story, but that was the whole purpose. But also, it tied into a lot of the expanded universe, because unbeknownst to me, as you guys saw in my Matthew Rosenberg interview, there's a lot of EU fans at Marvel. And when he was asking, hey, can I put this in there? Put that, because he read all the old books. And they said, oh, absolutely. So the whole thing about Han making that tie-in from, the comic book called it I can't remember. It was the initial Far, Far Away or whatever, whatever it was called,
it was like the Galactic Federation of Free Systems or something like that.
Something that read GFF, Galaxy Far, Far Away. Yeah, GFFA.
Alliance.
And then they changed it to just New Republic, but they do that in that book. They explain why the change happened. He goes, well, we're not calling it that anymore. New Republic's better. And I was like, oh, and he put like little ties, and that wasn't the only one he put in there. He put a few more in there. And as you saw in the video, I said, is that Mara Jade? He went, I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, but it was really cool. But he said that everyone wanted it to be in Legends. They wanted to be concurrent with all the other Legends too. And they were very happy to get this opportunity to do a Legends novel. And, in 40 more years, he said they'll probably get permission to do another one.
Well, and if you haven't read any of the Marvel comics and you don't feel like tracking them all down, there's also the trade paperback, which includes all the issues that you need from the old Marvel run to get the story that you need for it. So here you go. It's just the Forever Crimson trade paperback available now.
I would disagree with that, Callum, that it has continuity issues. I would disagree with that, but that we can table that discussion though.
Callum's such a freaking elitist.
I'm telling you, right?
Yeah. He's only like 20 years old, so he doesn't even like. He's like, okay, I don't know.
So according to my reviews, I actually like both. That's probably right. I can't remember. Like I said, I thought probably they were both fine.
Hi, Holocron Keeper Evan.
It's been a while. Thanks for 5,000. So hello, Benzo. Thank you, Callum. Thank you for 5,000. Thank you. Appreciate that. Who is Holocron Keeper Evan?
He is somebody that we met in person at Celebration.
He's actually a real person?
Yes, he's a real person. He's not a robot.
He doesn't have a face, though.
He passed the not a robot test because I, Ryan, Dylan, and other Ryan met him in person.
Not me, other Ryan. Other Ryan.
I love this. Ryan, you're my boy. Oh, Matt, by the way, congratulations. I'm just here for Ryan.
Well, thank you, RC. I appreciate it.
Thank you, RC. I'm real. Look at that. He's got that raw shark look there.
The faceless man.
The faceless man. So, thank you, Soul Assassin. Thank you, everyone. Like I said, this video is a little late in coming just because I've been so busy, but I thought about not doing one because I'm kind of embarrassed because Ryan doesn't celebrate his 1,000 marks because they happen so fast now.
Yeah, I don't have time for that kind of thing.
He doesn't have time. He's got time to do better and bigger things. But though he did make another fantastic EU video that I have to say, Kate Skywalker, it was really good.
That may be that's probably the most the time intensive one I've done yet. I had like over 80 images and stuff because for most EU characters, whether it's Kaitis or Malgus, you got some video you can put along and some images from the game for sure. But so many of the EU characters we talk about, you have a limited selection of images for them. Like if you do a Corran Horn video, how many images do you really have of Corran Horn to lay over stuff? Well, Cade Skywalker, I have his entire existence, documented in images. So I feel like I would leave a lot of the story out if I didn't take advantage of all that I could show. So I did that. It was about 10 minutes long. It was the longest one I've done, but I'm really proud of it. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Let's say, do you think Marvel could potentially be the ones to create new comic books under Legends? I know this. They would love to do that. Just as Del Rey said, they would love to do Legends books. It's just getting Lucasfilm to release that license for them. And that's why we're going for them. People say, well, why don't we put billboards in front of Del Rey? Why don't we put billboards in front of Marvel? The thing is, folks, they aren't in control. They're not the ones.
Ryan, you're a Baby Yoda hater? How dare you? Just kidding. I don't give a shit about Baby Yoda.
Right.
Yes, Amelia. Good. Yeah.
If any of my friends happen to stumble on this video, they will murder me.
I know that's how it is. Everyone's so freaked out. I wish everyone could be excited about Star Wars for, a good storytelling or something instead of just memes and GIFs of a cute baby whose origins George Lucas never wanted explored. Yeah.
There's these kids at my church who follow me around like I'm a cult leader, which is kind of ironic because, church. Anyways, they got so mad when they found out I don't watch The Mandalorian. They're like, but Baby Yoda!
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I know that Marvel and Del Rey both want to, but we as fans have to show Lucasfilm that, hey, we've got, there's a lot more interest. And by the way, I'm glad that this new Bob is in charge because maybe he'll want to do some big, bold moves. And when he sees some, when he hears about some, big billboards out there, who knows? Maybe
Ryan had something very colorful to say about Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Ryan, any afterthoughts of the whole Iger replacement? I know you did your video, but any thoughts afterwards? Because it was still kind of new.
It was very new when I did it. Yeah.
Were you making the video when I texted you, by the way?
Yeah. Because I didn't see it till after, a while after I posted my video. I saw somebody tagged me on Twitter or something from CNBC, and it's pretty crazy. The fact that he stepped down so much earlier than anyone thought, there's a lot of speculation and everything. I think that there's a lot of people posting false information, conspiracy theories as well.
I agree with that.
I think that at the end of the day, the most logical explanation is simply that, Star Wars is now in a lull after a downward trend. The MCU just had its biggest thing it will ever have with Avengers Endgame. And now you have some things that people aren't necessarily very excited for. People are kind of tired of Marvel in a way. And there's also a lot of woke narratives that are about to come out, especially considering Marvel Eternals and things like that. They're really focusing on identity politics. So I think that, and he's also, Disney Plus is now launched. 20th Century Fox integration is now complete. I think he wants to get out before everyone realizes that, oh yeah, it's not as good as it was back then.
On Seinfeld, you end on the high note, right? You end on when you're on the top. And so I can see that. Plus, I do believe Disney Plus is going to lose numbers because, folks, people like me and everyone else who has Verizon, we got a year's free subscription. So virtually every Verizon subscriber has a Disney Plus account. And you got to look at what other companies they did deals with who are paying for a year's worth of Disney Plus. I'll be very interested to hear after 1 year, does their subscription service hold? Now, to be honest, this is a smart move because this gives them time to get some original content out there and get more interest in it. But right now, for me, there's nothing bringing me to Disney Plus. I have not been on Disney Plus in weeks, if not a month now. There's just nothing else on there. I looked at a few things there, and there's just nothing else for me on there. I don't know. Hold on just a minute. Holocron, when am I going to talk with you? Well, we're talking right now. No, I know what you mean. I don't know. We should, brother. We really should. Okay.
Son of Luke says, if new Bob brings back Legends, I'll support him forever. Well, I mean, I have to agree with that.
Well, yeah, but remember, I even think that he's going to be off hands. I think it's whoever is going to run Lucasfilm. If Kathleen Kennedy says no, then it's going to be staying no. If she gets,
I have a viable suggestion for Kathleen Kennedy's replacement. Someone with a lot of business experience who can manage a lot of people, can work under high stress, and it's Brian freaking Borg.
There you go.
He should replace Kathleen Kennedy whenever she retires.
I support that.
What do you think about the Mandalorian ratings?
I don't really care.
What does season 2 bring you?
It's still gonna do good. They have like 5 seasons planned right now, from what I've heard. They're backed into a corner with this Baby Yoda thing because that's the only thing anybody freaking cares about.
Right.
It started that now they're just gonna do Baby Yoda, but even harder, and it's gonna get tired. People are getting sick of it.
Yoda, do, Baby Yoda, do.
Yeah.
Don't throw that. And yes, I did hear about Spielberg.
Yeah.
Matt has kids, so I have to pick on him.
And then it's just like
of Lucasfilm.
I guess so. Spoilers for Mandalorian season 2. Spoilers for Mandalorian season 2. Okay. I'm giving you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They all die.
So, oh, I wish. But so season 2, they're going to find an entire group of Yoda species, a bunch of Baby Yoda. So you're going to have even more of them running around. The reason we know is because people that have been on the set saw multiple puppets of them. So that's, then they were all like slightly different.
Speaking of babies.
I know, I hear. I'm going to check on it in just a minute. Ryan, have you played Jedi Academy? And if so, did you ever play the battle mode?
I never played any mods with Jedi Academy. I just played Jedi Academy. I really wish I would have gotten the mod in. Yeah, you're good, Matt. We got it.
You got it? Okay.
Larry, that sounds like a toy factory that just exploded.
What, Baby Yoda Planet?
Yeah, that sounds like a toy factory where they made like 1 million plus Yodas and the machine just exploded and mass produced it into billions of Baby Yodas.
See, it's just like, it's funny. And that's my whole thing with Baby Yoda. Like, oh, I can't believe you hate something so cute or whatever. It's like, there's so many things wrong with him to me as far as what he means for Star Wars, what he means for canon, what he means for the Force. These questions I have that they need to answer before I buy in. If they don't answer them, he's a big problem.
See, my thing is, I don't hate Baby Yoda. I just don't care about Baby Yoda.
Well, I hate him now. At first, I just was like, this is stupid, but now I hate him. The memes are making
me tempted to hate him. I just don't care enough to invest in hatred.
That's good.
Email the expanded.
You can send him smoke signals.
Right.
It's a very viable option. I do it all the time.
Evan contacted
me. Or sometimes I give a letter to my owl and tell my owl to deliver it to Matt. That works too.
You better make sure his windows are open.
That's true.
Right. So, another question. You've been watching the Clone Wars, the new season, right?
The new season? You mean the one that all the rough animation that released in 2015, that it's no new content, and people that think this is shocking and are waiting to see what happened?
Oh, really?
Clearly,
is it like those unreleased episodes that they released a couple years ago? What?
Yes, that's what this is. All these, yeah, the ones that if you. Let me be careful how I word this.
6 or 7 episodes they released on Netflix, right? Those ones?
Not those ones. So not those ones. These are the unfinished ones, not the lost episodes or whatever. These were the ones that they did it as far as they'd done all the voice acting. They had the rough animation done. They just hadn't had them fully animated. But you could go and look at a bunch of these. It was like the whole Ahsoka in the Coruscant underworld arc, the Bad Batch
arc. Were the special episodes they released exclusively on Netflix.
No, not the ones on Netflix. Not those ones. No, these ones weren't on Netflix. These ones were the ones they released at 2015 Star Wars Celebration in the rough animation cut, and they released all the storyboard information for them.
But that's different from the ones that were just on Net. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't followed this show in years, so I don't know.
You're good. But anyway,
go ahead. Someone also asked me if I was what I thought about the new Clone Wars season. And I said, well, the one thing I know is I'm not going to be watching it.
Yeah. Well, and Evan's saying only Bad Batch is reused. It's just not true. We saw a rough animation of Ahsoka's in the underworld. Now they've changed parts of that story. They've changed her love interest into 2 women instead of the dude that it was supposed to be. But that whole arc is not new. That is reutilized and repurposed as well. So, but anyway, it's not new. Like the Bad Batch stuff is not new, and it's like I can't believe it was such an incredible episode. I'm like, if you really cared about it that much, you could have watched it 5 years ago. But
bye, Christopher Nelson.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a few reasons why the Clone Wars is not compatible with Legends. Evan Peel, Republic Commando. The entire planet Mandalore.
Right.
Death Watch.
Whoa, whoa. Yes, there are.
To name a few.
But if you remember, some of those Mandalorian ones were fixed in a StarWars.com article that was even up after Disney took over, talking about it was called New Mandalore, and it was a time of renaissance for the Mandalorians that didn't work out, so they went back to their old ways. And so they and it was really wild that they sided against Filoni's version of Mandalore, because, you know, in all aspects, you think he was the golden child of Lucasfilm at the time, but Lucasfilm's canon, official canon stance, C canon, I'm talking about here, basically kept it as saying that, well, you know, that they chose Karen Travis's version. I think everyone loves that version better, and I think that's what the Mandalorian.
Well, of course they chose the Karen Travis version, because if you don't agree with the Karen Travis version, you're literally Hitler.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Literally.
I love Karen Travis and I love Republic Commando, but I had to because I'm sorry, it just makes me laugh so much how much people get triggered by her.
Yeah, the Lost Mission stuff, it's hard to say whether that fits within the old canon. I mean, obviously it was created for it, but the new stuff coming out, just like Ryan said, has been reformatted, story has been changed, and it is totally within the new canon. There is zero effort for them to try to even fit that within the Legends. Zero.
And the last arc that we're going to see is the Siege of Mandalore arc, which a lot of people are like, oh, I can't wait to see. Well, if you're a Star Wars fan and you really cared about it that much, if you read the Ahsoka novel, you have the entire outcome of that Siege of Mandalore, this big duel that she's going to have with Darth Maul. You can read about that duel and the aftermath of it and know exactly how it plays out.
Did you just say aftermath?
I did, yes.
How dare you?
I know, that's a swear word.
You are correct, Evan. Also, I should mention the Atlas, the Warfare guide, Jason Fry's Guide to Warfare is excellent. Excellent. Atlas is really good too. The Atlas of Star Wars, those are really good. And the Bounty Hunter Code, that's that journal book. I never read that because I hated the little penciled and pinned in notes around it. Hey, Sky Guy, you should check this out. And I'm like, oh, I burned the book. I didn't want that. The Jedi Path, I think it's called the Sith Way or something, you know, where Palpatine goes, I must look at this for later. I'm like, Palpatine would never write in the book. It's so stupid. And I could not get those. I love the covers. I think they're really cool. The special editions come in those little boxes that make noise and come out, and that's super. You showed me it. You have the Sith one, right?
Yeah.
Is that a Wonder Woman hat,
it's
Ryan?
So cool. But then you open it up, and there's a little Palpy, or should we say she?
You gotta love how I noticed the Wonder Woman hat before I noticed the Sith holocron. Holy beep! That is amazing.
That is super cool. That is super cool. I absolutely
want one.
Love it. I absolutely love it.
Here is the knowledge you seek.
Strike me down, if you will.
I will just come back to life decades later and fight my granddaughter.
All-American cornbread is totally right.
Yeah, I was a Tala fan. That I was called that by Karen Travis herself. See, I love the sound. I love the book. I love how it lights up, but I hate that stupid book because of all the little silly penciled in. Darth Vader goes, "Master, should I study this?" Yeah, Darth Vader's going to talk like that. Leave little notes like a high school.
I would totally buy that just for the holocron box thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The book's all right too. It is stupid. You just don't read the stuff on the sides, but it's cool.
I'm sure the content within it was pretty good, but I could not stand the little pencil. I know it was for kids. You know, okay, I get it. Wow, look, he'll wear his Wonder Woman cap, but he won't wear his robe.
I love the hat.
Look at that hat.
Yeah.
What is that made of? That material's amazing. It's like they took Wonder Woman's costume and made it into a hat.
It was. It was the bra section of Gal Gadot's. It got specially made for me. So
that sounds like everyone's fetish.
It smells really good.
Evan, I will if someone else has them. If I find someone who has them, I'll borrow them from him. Actually, you know what? They may be at my library. I don't know. I'll check. But Ryan, how much?
Ryan, can I offer you my firstborn child for that hat?
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Rumpelstiltskin.
I mean, have you had the child yet?
No.
So it's like the surprise. I don't know what I'm getting, huh? Could be like a child of the like Yeah, yeah, exactly. What is that?
What was it?
The Law of Surprise.
What was it?
I just finished that series like 2 days ago.
Exactly.
What was that movie, The Dictator, when he delivers that child? He goes like, "Oh, it's a girl. I'm so sorry. Do you have trash can?"
Oh my god! Wow.
Yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Dang, that was brutal. It was funny though.
Matt, I have only seen him in one movie. I'm pretty sure. Guess which movie it was.
Oh, Borat. I hope.
No, Les Miserables.
Oh no, you guys see Borat. Borat.
He was in that?
Yes, he was the innkeeper.
Have you seen Borat?
To be fair,
Amelia?
No.
You should.
I don't watch a lot of comedy movies. I watch a lot of trash comedy cringe binge shows though.
All right, so another question for RK on my channel. Go ahead.
You're stealing the show, Ryan. You're just fabulous.
I mean, he's wearing the Wonder Woman cap.
True.
Right.
But even before he put that on, come on, Matt. All the questions.
Okay, so answer that question. I'm going to change shirts because I got something for Ryan. So go ahead.
Ooh, okay. Are there any other book series you're into? Halo, Gears of War, etc. I've never really gotten into too much other science fiction. Like when I was a kid, I was really into Harry Potter because it was like the perfect like age and time frame for me to like grow along with those books. But I don't really go back and reread those or anything at this point. There is a series of books that I am into. It's like, God, what's it? His name's James Rollins, and it's like Delta Force or something. Not Delta Force, Sigma Force. The Sigma Force novels. Oh, look at that. That was such a quick change. Sigma Force. It's a group of like hyper intelligent like scientists, biochemists, guys like that are also like in the special forces. It's really cool. I read a lot of that.
If you have Evan's email address, you can send him the link, Ryan, if you want to.
Okay.
Wonder if you agree Maul should stay dead. No, I agree. He should have stayed dead. I hated that they brought him back in Clone Wars. Absolutely.
Did they ever even bother explaining that? Because they definitely never resolved it in Clone Wars. Did they resolve it eventually in Rebels?
Well, no. They explained that he was so angry that the dark side kept him alive. An untrained.
You have to think.
Padawan who wasn't even really a Sith.
I'm pretty sure anybody who had just gotten cut in half would be really, really, really freaking angry.
Ryan, another question.
Why doesn't everybody who gets cut in half just stay alive, feeding off their anger?
Excuse me, Amelia. Ryan has to answer his questions. This is his 5,000 sub celebration. This is actually,
right,
I said 5,000 subs. This is Ryan's 5,000 sub celebration that he never had.
I did have. That's one of the. It's like the only one that I've had.
You had
1,000 and 5,000.
Oh, you did have 5,000.
Because I wore the Captain Marvel shirt.
That's right. I do remember now.
Was I? Oh yeah, Evan.
Okay.
Ryan, I literally just Facebook stalked you to figure out how old you were since you said you were 17 earlier.
Oh yeah. Did you? Yeah, we're friends on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So, I'm going to let Amelia answer this question, actually. Amelia, you get the question. What is your favorite New Jedi Order book? Or have you read the New Jedi Order yet?
I have read all of the New Jedi Order books, and it's been like 8 years.
That's fine. What was your favorite?
I loved Star by Star.
Of course, that's the answer everyone should give.
So I loved Wonder Wilkins was great. You should do that for your 15th anniversary. Like, do Wonder Wilkins shirts and make them for your whole family with that logo. No, we're not going in that direction, all Formo. Yeah, I just remember really loving Star by Star. I mean, I read that one like 10 years ago. It was just really engaging. I love Trader. Again, I don't remember specific details. It's been a million years.
Really? I want to answer this question before we bring our next guest on. It was okay. I like that they made them. I just like that they made the books to Force Unleashed because I was all for that. I thought that every video game should have gotten a novel release because it makes sense. People love the video game; they'll go out and buy the novel. They will, and then fans like me who don't play video games will buy the novel. I think it would have been a win-win. They should have done it more.
I've totally done it. You know, I almost got a Wonder Woman core set around Halloween, and then I didn't.
That's disappointing.
I could fit in the club if I'd done that. I could fit in the club. Well, now Evan's here, and unless he has Wonder Woman gear.
I do not at the current moment. What's up, guys? Hi, Matt. I haven't been on your channel before. I wanted to talk with you guys.
And that's Evan. I'm telling you.
You're so mean.
Okay. No. Anyway, hold on. Hi, Evan. Hold on. We'll talk in just a minute. I don't know, Son of Luke, because I don't have Facebook. That's probably why I didn't do it.
I think the question he's asking is why hasn't Megan accepted his friend request?
Oh, probably so. Hey, Ray Bliss, I'm joking. I'm joking. Ryan's just super popular. It's okay to ask him questions.
I'm the least popular one here.
Not yet. Just wait. Now that you're on the questions.
Yet to be seen.
Seriously, most of my bad reputation comes from being on Matt's channel and the one time I was on Jeremy's channel.
I'm gonna check something really fast.
You have a bad reputation, Amelia?
No, it's more that I'm just ridiculous.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not into anime. I was at the very beginning. I saw stuff like Akira, Fist of the North Star, Vampire Hunter D, some of the old school stuff, but when it started catching on, that's when I stopped. Really weird, I know, but I've seen anything. But I know a good friend of mine really wants me to get into some series. I can't remember. Don't even try to guess. I will never recall it. But the other question that I had with Facebook. So the entire group, nowadays people send messages through Facebook groups. That's what you do. So the whole cast of the show I'm in.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, so he's on Facebook because why? Unless there's a question for Ryan, why be on my channel? Okay, so anyway,
fair enough.
I get
Matt Wilkins 5,000 subscriber celebration. One of the upcoming channels in the Fandom Menace. I'm glad we're here celebrating Matt's success.
That's good. Evan, why are you here?
Because I got a dog.
Yes.
And I kind of want to talk with you guys.
That is literally the best answer. My dog has photo bombed Matt's or video bombed this channel a couple times before.
I'm watching him while my parents are out on vacation. So
I've never seen that. I want that.
That's beautiful.
Not the dog, the source book.
It's a black lab, Ryan. You've never seen a black lab before?
Okay.
They're like cuddles.
Black labs only live like 8 years. He ain't gonna last that long. Sorry.
12 years. 14 max, usually. Okay, buddy.
Anyway.
Why would you say that, Ryan?
Okay.
Buddy.
Yes, the New Republic book. I mean, the New Jedi books. It's a source book. Is a source book worth getting? That's the one from Wizard of the Coast, right?
I was just saying I've never seen that source book before. I want it.
Means I think no. Here it is. I just happen to have it right here.
Ryan has no soul. It's turned into a normal stream now.
Order source book. To be honest, Wizard of the Coast is so. They weren't very imaginative when they wrote it, and I can't remember that much of it. I think it's cheap. I think it's cheap to get. I don't know. Some of these books are real expensive now.
They are. Case in point, the most expensive book in my collection is probably the Saga Edition core rulebook, which ran me $100.
Yeah, it's $18 on Amazon for the source book. Cool. I'm gonna add this to my list. I didn't know it existed. How did I not know it existed?
Thanks, Kel.
I don't know.
Hey Ryan, you're
Academy. I wish every video game got novels. I think. Oh, let me ask my guess this. Since you probably all played Star Wars video games, okay, what video game would you wish would have been given a novel? I'll start with Evan.
Oh, jeez.
Unless Ryan has an answer right now.
I need to think on that. I have to look through what I got.
Amelia, do you have one?
The only games I've played have been made into novels because I've only played Star Wars: The Old Republic and Republic Commando.
You know what? I think what would be good, I mean, even in the interim, since the Old Republic MMO will be shut down. I'm going to give it another 5 years or less at this point. I honestly feel like those needed to be turned into novels, like those storylines. I think that would have been interesting in comic book form or some other form. That'd be interesting. But I think Masters of Terrace Kazi needs a novelization.
Because Arden Lynn is just so
yes.
awesome.
Well, honestly, I would like to see, because it was only like alluded to in a few. Remind me, Matt, what was it alluded to? I think it was the New Essential Guide to Characters, where it was like they mentioned Arden Lynn kidnapping the Emperor and everything.
She was given her own character. She's one of the hands of the Emperor and everything.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so now that Evan's on, here comes his first question. What's your favorite and least favorite eras in Star Wars?
I didn't even get to answer.
Okay.
I'll let you answer next, Ryan. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Favorite and least favorite eras. Clone Wars era is mine, but that's probably just because I grew up in that sort of era of Star Wars, the early 2000s. And I've done a lot of research and everything into that era. So that's probably my favorite era. That'll probably change as I read more into it. I already have a pretty encyclopedic knowledge of Star Wars, but, I got to go deeper into reading the books. But probably the Clone Wars era, Rise of the Empire era, it's fun. Least favorite era, oh, that's hard. I might go, that's a really hard one. Maybe New Jedi Order, or perhaps.
Wow. What? Okay, anyway.
Okay, don't blame me for it. Don't blame me for it.
Matt.
He's mean to me.
Okay, I've been just like, I don't like it when my characters die.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's that.
I don't like books written for grown-ups.
That's why I like TCW.
Okay, Evan, I'm going to cut you off. Ryan, a video game that you is a novel.
So it's, for me, for a couple reasons, I would want a trilogy. I would want Kyle Katarn's. I would want, Dark Forces, Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy. I would want those books. And then you could you could definitely tie in the Jedi Academy one with, other parts of Star Wars as well. But I would want Kyle Katarn, a Kyle Katarn freaking novel. How did we never get one of those? It's insane.
That's true.
Didn't we? Technically, we got one, but it was a novella, essentially. So technically, Ryan.
There was a Revan novel.
Go ahead. Sorry, I'm just trying to speed through these and catch up.
We have the Dark Forces trilogy, right? For the novellas.
You do have the small ones, but that's like barely anything. It's like it's not, what is it, like 180 pages or something, like you put everything together?
No, I think it's a little larger than that. I think it's larger than that because I'd have to check by going off of that one. But there's also, if you want more information, Wizards of the Coast did a Dark Forces kind of article back in the day. It was like a 6-part thing that kind of fleshes out more of the video game and characters, gives them more of a background.
Here's a question. The A.C. Crispin novels, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank them as a trilogy as a whole?
Me?
Amelia?
Or Amelia?
I'm asking Amelia first.
Okay.
I have not read them. Do not kill me.
Oh, I wouldn't kill you, Amelia. Why would I do that? Okay, so, Evan, on a scale of 1 to 10.
I knew that was coming.
I'm going to give it a 7 right now, as I have yet to fully read the whole thing. I've read.
What is going on here?
You're being rude.
I've read a bit of the Paradise Snare, like the first.
Okay.
You never kick out Ryan.
Like
You just love him more than us.
Ryan, my friend who actually reads EU novels.
No, you just love him more than he's pretty.
What is that then? What is that then, Matt?
I'm kidding with you.
I know.
Anyway, Ryan, my friend who reads every EU novel and comes prepared. On a scale
for this unscheduled stream, yes. I would say I'm not as high on him as you are, but I would say definitely a 7. Really solid. I enjoyed them, but there's stuff like New Jedi Order that I appreciate more. But I think it's really good.
I do enjoy it. The only reason I would possibly give it a 9 is because I like Brian Daley's trilogy slightly better. Mm-hmm. So I would give that one a 10. And so because of that, A.C. Crispin would get a 9. I really enjoyed, because Brian Daley's novel is the cold. If you don't, there's a scene in there. Spoilers. I'm just going to go ahead and say it here. There's a scene there where he outright just kills someone. I mean, the guy, he has him trapped in the airlock, if you remember this. And the guy's a slaver, so he's a bad guy. But Han has him trapped in there. He can't get out. But Han decides to hit eject and just shoot him and kill him anyway. I mean, just execute him right there in space. And that's based off the old, he shot first mentality. Han Solo will kill the bad. He has no qualms about it. Even the bad guy's not threatening his life, which nowadays the good guy has to be threatened in order to kill. He also has to kill because of self-defense. Because if he just kills to be killed, he's kind of like an anti-hero in a way. And so Brian Daley wrote Han Solo that way. And for that reason, I think other reasons too. I think Bullocks and Blue Max are fantastic characters, and I thought the series as a whole, Galandra, is really good too. That's the first time we hear about Zim the Despot. His first, publication appearance or history is foretold. There's a lot of depth in Brian Daley's novels, and A.C. Crispin is just as good, but I like Brian Daley's more. So that would be just me. Okay, hold on. Oh man, I'm falling behind here. Ryan, here's your next question.
The next book club stream is actually going to be on Saturday. This coming Saturday. I think it'll be probably around like 11 or midnight for you, Will, over there. So sometime around then. We're doing it a little earlier than we usually do, so it won't be as early in the morning. But it is the 3rd book in the Bane trilogy. We're finishing up the Bane trilogy with Dynasty of Evil. So be there.
So far, good book. I've had little qualms about it.
I can't believe you haven't read it before.
Let's see if I can ask some of my questions here. My favorite is Iron Fist. I think I've done the review already, and I told you why, but I think it's fantastic, and it was the one book that really pulled a lot of emotion out of me because of a character who dies in it. It's it's the hardest hit death in the EU for me, period. There's some other good ones too, but I'm just saying there's some great ones.
That is a powerful one. That is a very powerful one. The way it was written, the way Alston wrote that, with the data pad, everything it's tough.
The thing is, I mean, when where Troy Denning's book is going in Legacy of the Force, the final, you read the first chapter, you see the quote from old Jason from Young Adult, and I remember I closed the book, I was like, oh, they're doing it. They're doing it. You knew. And I was like, so for that, it wasn't a surprise. I'm saying like a shock. Now that was a great death, by the way. Jason's death is a great death, no doubt about it. But
F for Jason.
Because Jedi is saying that. Now, I mean, yeah, what I think about his overall arc, Jason's arc is wonderful. It's wonderful. Even from Fate of the Jedi, when he comes back, it's even better because he has no regrets. I love that. Yeah. But the thing is, though, when I open up that book and I see Troy Denning's going to do it, I'm like, oh no. But I saw it coming. Tom Fannin, I did not see coming. That blew me away. It pulled the rug out from underneath me, and it was a shock. Oh my gosh.
Question, let me guess, did a certain other character's death surprise you in the same book series?
Did which one?
In Wraith Squadron, or?
No, I'm talking about Legacy of the Force. Yeah.
Mara?
Yeah. I didn't want to say names, but thank you, Guy.
Well, the book was called Sacrifice. It had Mara on there.
Wow.
That book was published like 15 years ago. We can spoil it all we want.
Technically, by that definition, we can spoil most of the EU since literally it's been, well,
I mean, that channel has never been spoiler-free. Actually, that's not true. All his reviews are spoiler-free.
I'm trying to keep them, but I can't now. Especially when I'm going through trilogies of books, I have to reveal the next thing that happens because it may impact the story later on. But the thing is, though, I'm trying to be better, but at the same time, there's some of the deaths, I always want to talk about. Okay, I totally disagree with that.
He said, "Is it?"
Is it? Oh, I'm sorry. Is it? I'm sorry. No.
You need to read.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I need to get a word in edgewise on my own channel. All right, let me ask you this question though. X-Wing Rogue Squadron. Do you have a favorite book from that series?
I think that Wedge's Gamble. It's the second one, right?
Yeah.
That's when they take Coruscant.
Right.
I believe that is because you have a moment where you think Corran's gone. You know, you literally do. You think he's gone. They've taken Coruscant, but at what cost? And everyone, like Wedge, everything that Wedge has done to stay away from his team, everything that he's done to remain detached, he wasn't able to do it with Corran Horn. And when he knew that his actions, his decisions had led to his death or supposed death, that like the state that he went through, I just really liked that one. The whole plan, their plan to take down the planetary shields, you know, cause the storm, like all that stuff. I thought it was really cool the way they did it.
It's cool because
I haven't read that book in like 12 years or something.
You know that, but it's cool because he does this not through X-Wing dogfights, subterfuge. You know, it shows a different level to Rogue Squadron. I totally agree with you. I know where you're going here. It shows a whole net level to Rogue Squadron that you didn't expect to see in a book. Because when I saw the first Rogue Squadron book, I thought, oh, it's going to be dogfights. And the first one generally was a little bit, but he's like, no, we're going to mix it up. Yeah. They're also ground. They're the A team in a way. You know, the old 80s show. They're mercs. They can do. They have multiple talents, and that. I love the different aspect that they gave Rogue Squadron there.
Well, and that's how Wedge like decided that they needed Wraith Squadron because of all those operations they did with Rogues where, you know, if they had just had a little more skilled people, like what could they do? And you see that with Wraith Squadron. I also, Matt, have pulled up, we all talked about, you know, Han Solo.
Yeah, let's do it.
Han Solo and, you know, killing someone in cold blood. That's just not allowed anymore. I wanted Harrison Ford to really give his thoughts on that. I think he has a really great quote here about his feelings about, you know, who shot first.
With a lot of people, I've asked this of everyone, did you shoot Greedo first or did Greedo shoot you first?
I don't care.
That's typical Harrison, though.
You played that on your channel, and I laughed because you played a few. The other one I like is like, are you excited for the new Han Solo film? He went, no, not really, or something. No,
no, he's like, no.
Yeah,
great.
He doesn't care about Star Wars at all.
No, he doesn't. I mean, like,
he never did. Go ahead.
No, he never did. Like, I mean, I think he did a little bit in the 80s, but past that, it's just like, another.
He's like, I made my money.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't interested in continuing character on forever. He wanted roles. He wanted different things. He's an actor moving forward. And the thing is, though, that's why it was so easy to predict years before Episode 7 came out that he was going to die. Because I said that's the only reason they'd bring him back. And the deal was that he would get to do Indiana Jones 5 because he does like Indiana Jones. He loves the character Indiana Jones. He'll talk about that one, which, by the way, without Spielberg, is this going to be not that Spielberg makes the magic happen, but
I mean, that's pretty big. Crystal Skull, which, by the way, is not canon.
I'm going to say
Spielberg
something.
was part of that.
Yeah. I'm going to say something that's going to and Ryan's going to boot me again.
Yeah, because Ryan's the one booting you this whole time.
Not Ryan, freaking Matt. Sorry.
Yeah, wow. Thanks for not knowing what my name is. Okay.
So I'm gonna say it before Evan can say it. I actually think that this is a good thing for Indiana Jones 5. I think that Spielberg has made lazy hack movies the past couple of years. I think that Ready Player One was a cash grab.
I agree.
I think.
Matt, are you excited about Spielberg's West Side Story this year?
And
he
so
West Side Story.
He would rather do West Side Story than do Indiana Jones 5.
This West Side Story is coming out this year.
I know this thing has been stuck in production hell for 4 years now. Since 2016 when it was announced. You're telling me that if Steven Spielberg didn't want to get this movie made, that it wouldn't have got made? Come on. I don't think his heart's in it. He has given away Jaws. He has given away Jurassic Park to other people. I think that Paul Mangold
in Jaws movies.
I think that let me finish. I think that James Mangold, who did Logan, which was a very solid movie. He's done Ford v Ferrari, which is incredibly well received by both fans and critics. And he's a guy who is hungry and wants to put in the effort. I think we could end up with a better product than if Steven Spielberg was just doing the same thing he has been doing. And he's still going to be a producer. He's still going to be involved creatively. So that's what I think. That's
fair. Amelia, did I ask you for your favorite X-Wing book? Evan, your favorite X-Wing book?
I'm not a big novel reader. Hey.
Okay. Anyway, I don't want to hear it. Ryan, here's your question. I thought we answered this one, bro. Are you a fan of action games?
Yeah, some of them. I've played a little bit of Devil May Cry. I've heard Devil May Cry 5 is really cool. I need to do some more gaming streams on my channel and on my Twitch channel that I just started. But yeah, thank you.
Thanks for plugging.
Thank you, Brian.
Sub celebration. I appreciate that. What's your favorite book in the New Jedi Order series, Ryan?
Man, Star by Star is the easy one to say. I really like that one. Destiny's Way is pretty good too. I think Walter John Williams did that one. And then Legacy of the Force.
All of them.
Let
me get to that when I'm done with all my reviews.
Inferno, where Jason goes,
"We didn't start the fire."
Yeah, where he says, F them Wookiees.
I'm sorry, do you follow my meme page, Ryan? We've burnt that joke to the ground, pun intended.
What's your meme page?
Star Wars Legends memes. That's like the only joke we have. Like whenever we get memes, you make Darth Titus burning Kashyyyk memes.
Yeah, wait, you run Legends memes?
Yeah, that's me. I don't make them most of the time. Most of the time, I'm still in.
Still.
I created the page.
By the way, Ryan and Matt here.
No, I heard you. I heard what you said.
I'm used to Ryan hosting the streams, all right?
Well, then fine. Go on his stream then.
Rejected.
This is what happens, Matt, when me and you haven't had an extended conversation before.
It's because you keep calling me.
It was the same way. It was the same way when me and Matt first met. We had no chemistry. I kept calling him Dave. It was really weird.
Dave?
Yeah.
Matt and I have lots of chemistry. He's just mean to me.
Yeah, but read this section in this book because this is what fixes Mandalore. For people wondering. Also.
Oh yeah, thanks for showing that. Yeah.
You need to give this a chance, though, Matt. Seriously.
Wait, you mean this one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I'm not a big novel reader.
Thanks, Adam. Stealing our viewers. Dude, I didn't even know you were going to do one.
Who is Jack 303 anyways?
Oh, gosh. Amelia, seriously?
Would I know them by another name?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, Jeremy is doing a stream tonight.
I didn't know. I'm sorry, I forgot. I just wanted to get on this and get this done.
Matt just 5,000 subscribers. Doesn't care about little old YouTubers anymore. Just gonna do his own thing.
Out the fundraiser of Twin Sons, and I haven't even talked about it at all.
At least you guys have thousands of subscribers. I have less than 100 here, but that's fine. That's fine. It's because
you never make any videos.
Yeah, Twin Sons is less than halfway to our fundraiser goal.
I'm gonna fund that. I just need to do that.
Okay.
By the way, Ryan, videos are coming next week because I've been.
I would definitely choose anime over Star Wars because I'm such a weeb. I love anime.
I choose Star Wars over anime. I'm sorry, but when I've spent this is probably I calculated out that's probably $2,000 worth of Star Wars material over there, probably a lot more, but that shows my dedication.
Oh, I love anime. Notice me, senpai. I'm a weeb. Kawaii.
Never watched Bleach Rave, by the way.
I'm telling you. So, Evan, you don't read many novels,
right?
but you have them. Are those novels I see back there?
Yeah, I've got novels. That's the thing. I got novels, comics, movies.
He likes to show them off.
So my question is:
he brings a lady in the bedroom, and she's like, "Wow, you read a lot, don't you?" And you're like, "Yeah."
He says.
Will, do you watch it for the plot?
No,
I'm sorry, Matt. I am making your channel not PG.
No, please.
Well, you didn't say any. You didn't say
ahead,
anything,
go ahead.
Amelia.
I have been plugging everything under the sun.
I know what you meant, though.
But go on, Matt. Like the novels,
No, what are your thoughts on Bleach anime possibly returning? I don't even know.
Again, I've never watched Bleach. Bleach has been something that I've just not been interested in. But I'm more Dragon Ball. I'm more. I've watched a bit of Naruto, and Darling and Franks is good. Kill la Kill's good. Like Trigger is good. Usually.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. But geez, Will, do you know what that translates to?
It translates to.
Translates to a good night's sleep. Do you know what it translates to?
Why would you say that?
You know someone else who watches hentai? This man.
Well, yes.
All my stupid Chainsaw Productions.
All right.
Well, you're not eating a sandwich, Jeremy?
Some complaints. Matt, and a warning. If Amelia is on your podcast or anything you do, you are going to get attacked because of what she says, and you're going to get blamed for it.
Wait, did I get you attacked?
Yeah, I got banned from Tashi Station because of you.
What did I say?
Because
you
said
that. This was 5 years ago. What did I say? What was it they said that?
Brian, what's up, man?
So, okay, so it actually wasn't. This is a funny story because Amelia literally said nothing. We were talking about the stabbing memes because I didn't know what they were on Star Wars Legends, and we were talking about Tashi Station or something. Brian at Tashi Station specifically, and if this guy is still around, and he popped off with something like, "I threatened to stab him and beat him up at a convention." At like Dragon Con or something, and I had no intention of ever going to Dragon Con ever. And so like I went on Twitter and I like tweeted him like, okay, can you give me a time code where I said this?
Oh,
instantly banned. And I think Dylan got like banned too.
I don't even have a Twitter.
I feel like anytime mentions the Clone Wars question, I'm just gonna butt in because I can't help myself sometimes.
Okay, so excuse me, because Ryan has another question, but share with me. Now look. Did you see his attention snap? He's like, "Oh, I'm done cruising through eBay now." Okay, so if you were given a chance, he was looking for a Baby Yoda, stuffed Baby Yoda doll. By the way, folks, I know his eBay history. Don't ask me how. But
if you send me one, I will burn it.
No, seriously. If I had a job, I would probably send Ryan one of the Build-A-Bear stuffed Baby Yodas because
okay, if you burn a Baby Yoda, please put that on your channel.
No, that's what you
I totally
I'm
gonna burn it, do some like religious ceremony like while I'm doing it, just like freak everybody out. So that is offensive.
A YouTuber who ripped up a Bible and like ripped up his new canon books and threw them in a dumpster.
I will not do that.
We don't talk about that. I think I know who you're talking about.
Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page.
Just a minute. This one. Can you ask all the guys in your panel to flex your muscles?
Oh, what muscles?
All the guys.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, wait. Shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on.
You totally did.
No, I did not mean it. I didn't stop it. I did not mean it. Boomer Matt strikes again.
Okay, go Jeremy. Flex.
I'm done. You fucked up.
No, I hit the wrong button. Are you being a boomer, like a boomer, or are you being a troll boomer? The whole reason they asked that question was for him.
Oh, I know.
It's because they want to see him flex his muscle. Go ahead.
Ryan, do you make kale smoothies?
Do it.
I don't have it. Listen, I don't know why. I'm not jacked. You guys don't. I'm not like jacked or anything. I'm not like. I'm trim. I'm fit.
Flex
I have huge
Hercules,
muscles.
Hercules.
Flex
Yeah.
right now.
Hercules.
I'm not wearing a muscle shirt. But
Just
I
roll it all the way up. Yeah, roll it all the way up.
Do the
Let's see
roses
those
where they're-
biceps. Dang, you beat up Evan.
I could beat up any one of you, but I won't because I have arthritis.
She probably could.
Amelia, I would destroy you.
It's not
Not if I
hard
destroy
for
you
you.
first, and I can't tell if that was Ryan or.
It was me.
All right.
Hey,
Why are you doing this, Matt? I can't see their faces. No, I don't know who's speaking, and I think that might have been Jeremy who said he'd beat me up.
No, it's Ryan.
What
It's
NASCAR
Ryan.
driver was that?
oh, look at that.
Oh yeah, look at
Oh,
that.
That is
Go back to
In the
me.
gym.
that is the poop emoji cereal at work.
I got some.
It moved.
Okay.
It moved. You know, if you picked up more novels, it might be bigger. Evan.
I'll fucking
more novels.
You know that you need to check that. You need to get that mosquito bite checked out there, bud. All right, so
Amelia, it was me. I was the one that said I would absolutely destroy you if you came after me.
Okay.
but
No mercy.
Okay. Cool.
But Jacob, yeah, that is my new tattoo. That is legit a thing I did yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, so I was begging Matt at the beginning of the stream to bring me in so I could pimp out the Twin Sons fundraiser, and I've not talked about that. So you guys can donate because we're less than halfway there.
So I want Dylan and Amelia to talk briefly about donating. I'm gonna do another quick change. Hi, Daniel. Go ahead. Talk about the news. What are we gonna do with the money raised?
We're going to buy books, and we will donate them.
Who's gonna talk? All right, hold on.
For buying books and donate. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's just a standard.
This is our biggest
just a-
fundraiser yet because we're
Why am I?
doing not one, not two, but 3 book drives. So we're fundraising for 3 different book drives. One in Phoenix, one in Dallas, one in somewhere in California.
Los Angeles, most likely.
What Dylan said.
I'm close to
So
there.
you should definitely follow the link, and that is in the place of Dylan's name, and donate to Twin Sons because we have donated. How many books have we donated to date? I know it's over 1,000. Are we at 11 or 12,000 yet? I mean,
It's 1,200.
1,100 or 1,200 yet.
It's almost 1,300, I believe.
Okay, I don't know how to do math. That is why
I have a work-
That is why Dylan is our Secretary of Finances, whatever that is. You're
Treasurer?
a treasurer. You're the treasurer.
The Secretary of Money.
Dude, don't
Secretary of Money. Yes.
I
Dude,
don't even
that's why
talk.
you have all
Is
the
that a shield shirt?
No, that's
Nightwing. Nightwing.
No, I don't.
1,271 is the current count.
By the way, Dylan, I haven't talked to you since Celebration. How have you been, man?
Pretty good.
He's alive. Or
Well,
He's
that's
alive.
or is he?
Well,
All right, so
Hey Matt,
yeah.
did you know I met Dylan's mom?
well,
what?
I met his mom.
yeah, and apparently none of you guys knew her name.
Yeah, we're just like, hey, how's it going? Thanks for picking us up and helping us get this stuff out. And we didn't know her name because you didn't tell us. We're just like, hi.
Dylan and communication skills don't usually.
Ryan, that's a sweet hat, man.
And again,
I love this hat.
Jeremy and staying awake skills are apparently not too
How
too
is
good either.
thing. I quit drinking and everything. Like this is we did a whole Legends podcast without me drinking booze.
Yeah, wasn't that like your longest podcast ever? The time I was on, we went going for like 3 or 4 hours.
Wasn't that's probably the second longest. We did a solo reaction video, which consisted of me arguing with someone. Ooh,
Nice.
oh, I've got to go through. Wait, is payment method only through PayPal, you guys?
You can do on the
You can
website.
edit
Yes, you can mail them. We do have a mailing address where you can mail.
Sorry, I got this.
Oh, no.
Nothing's better than Dick. I think we can all agree.
No, you mean Rick.
You said it, not me.
You mean
I can
Rick.
think of a few things that are better than Dick.
Really?
Matt, this is your 5,000 subscribers.
Amelia, you're not allowed to lie on 5,000 sub celebrations. All right.
God.
I don't even need Mary.
It is amazing. I remember when I found your I remember when I first found your video, it was one of the defending the EU ones, and it was the one where you were on vacation, you were sick. That was the first video I ever saw of yours back when you had like 30 or 40 subscribers.
Yeah, Ryan.
Ryan, that was the best stream ever. Not Ryan Kinnell, Ryan son of Luke. That was the best stream ever. We went going to like 2 a.m. for me and Matt, and it was 3 a.m. or later for Ryan and some of the others.
About that video, Ryan makes fun of me because I used to just turn the power on and then turn the power on. It'd always start and end with
how every Matt Wilkins video starts like this.
Yeah.
Hi guys, it's Matt. Like, and it all ends.
You even got like where he's out of focus too and off camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He's like, let me show you something that happened today.
Because I did this thing.
It's linked to my credit card. I should be fine.
Yes.
Wait, I missed the number, Evan.
Yeah.
The CPC number.
Oh, here. Try to enhance it if you can.
Enhanced.
Anyway.
Enhanced.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is this, Blade Runner now? Okay, so when I did that video, I was super sick, and I you could tell my voice and everything. I said, but I gotta do videos. And man, that was so hard because the internet at the beach house was horrible. I remember, but I felt like I had to do one. It was doing one a week. I was doing those defending the EU ones, and I was almost done with them at that point. I remember. Because I was trying to get the last of because everyone wanted to hear all the quotes I had. I said, well, I had tons I didn't use. They said, well, what were those quotes you didn't use? I went, well, I don't really have one video. I did one called All Guns Blazing Part 1 and 2, and that was just shut off all the rest of the magazines and everything. But Ryan was right. I didn't quote it. I would like show you. I'd pull up the Star Wars Insider and like show you where it was written.
Yeah. He's just got papers crumpling around. It's
Dylan, congratulations on the $10. That's as much as I can give right now.
No worries.
I'm bored, no job. You know.
Yeah, make sure to do that, Brian.
It's a celebration, not a pity party, Evan. Thank you, though.
What?
Yeah,
I was saying it's a pity party.
I was going to, since she's gone, I'll get her when she comes back. I was going to actually have twin sons on here one night when their launch came, but it didn't happen. The girls were, like I said, double ear infections, and they just weren't having it. So I'm glad.
Yeah, I completely understand where he's coming from. I think what he was going to say is, I'm glad that Ryan was able to be here. It means a lot to him. Basically, all the questions have been for me anyway.
Right.
Can we just look at my new tattoo?
Let's do it.
Wait, Bradley's
going. Spent 2.5 hours with this thing.
Let's see it.
That is a good tattoo.
Look at that. If I was in charge of the stream and could blow it up, I would. But Matt just canceled himself. Alpha Mars, right? Look at that. That's pretty sweet.
I removed myself from my own stream. What was that about?
Bradley,
it wouldn't be a show. It wouldn't be a show.
Bradley,
if I didn't do that. 5,000. I did one big goof, one big epic.
It wouldn't be a Matt Wilkins stream if there wasn't at least one boomer moment.
Bradley had a question. Says, "Where's the quote in the Force of Destiny about Clone Wars retcon?" Yeah, it's very. I've looked for it. It's very obscure in there. It's
hold on, let me find it.
It's a fleeting message.
It's a footnote over to the side about some guy wondering why the footage from the Clone Wars is being altered, and he's saying, "Is this some kind of Compnor thing? Why is as you know, the footage from the Clone Wars, the war reels, is how everyday Filoni episodes started." Mm-hmm. And so that is, and I remember because I can't remember who I called. Dylan, did I call you first?
Yeah,
I
have it bookmarked, by the way.
Oh, okay. Because I said read that because I didn't want to jump to conclusions. I wanted other people to look at it, and I remember I talked to a few other people to look at it, and they said, "Yeah, I agree." And then we went to, and Jeremy, you were with me. We went to Fantasy Flight that year, and we asked him, and he was like, "Well, that's a good he wasn't going to confirm or deny, but he's like, interpretation is what he said, and so that means basically yes, but I don't think it was supposed to be an official.
No,
retcon,
it's not.
No.
It's not official.
It's the closest. It's the closest thing we're gonna get. But if you're wondering, it's the Force and Destiny core rulebook, page 353, and it's this little data pad thing.
Yeah,
the actual meat of it is this.
Yeah,
Colonial Trouble, and it's this second paragraph here that has the pseudo retcon, I guess you could call it.
It's just never been confirmed or denied. Also, FFG kind of exists in that. Is it Legends? Is it new canon? It's kind of its own thing. Is from what I was told by them. It exists in its own.
Allergy season has begun for me.
So you can't really take it as fact. You can't take it as wrong either. It's just kind of.
They actually in the same rule book on page 315. They actually have a section on using the expanded universe in your campaigns, as well.
Not my favorite role-playing system, but it works.
It's better than what Wizards of the Coast was doing, from what I hear.
Ryan, are you okay there?
Is there a Mandalore retcon in Bounty Hunter Code? I don't know. I've never read it.
That question is for Evan.
Wait, what?
That's one of the only books Evan read, so we'll let Evan answer that one.
Wait, say it again.
Was there a Mandalore retcon in the Bounty Hunter Code?
Yes. It was essentially, it's in the back of the book. It's
just talking about the
answer question, right?
Yeah. Back of the book, it's called Death Watch. It's like the Death Watch section in the back of the book. It just kind of goes all into the history, trying to combine two things together. And it works. I like how it was handled personally, but
again, trash.
All right, so
Ryan,
EU author. Oh, go ahead, Jeremy.
Because I haven't told Matt this either. I've only told Dylan. I made an interesting comment. I'm part of this podcasting group on Slack, and we were talking about Clone Wars because they're all a bunch of Clone Wars fans, and they're like. And I said that Clone Wars made me want to vomit, and I was then attacked by 16 middle-aged men, and for an hour fought with them and defended the EU single-handedly. And you are all welcome.
You don't even have to. You don't even have to use like EU defense as a reason. Literally all you have to do is use episodes 2 and 3 and all the things that don't make sense that are you're not able to take episode 2 and then episode 3 and have Clone Wars make sense. There is no way that Dooku and Anakin faced each other
3 times.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way that happened. There's no way that Obi-Wan fought Grievous that many times and was surprised when he brought out his 4 arms. Are you kidding me?
Honestly, Ryan, if you actually look at the fight, because I just did a whole
you're making an excuse.
No.
There we go.
This is going to be Civil War.
Hold on. I'm going to table that. Because first off, Adam, if you're watching still, I have something for Matthew the Geek Sack's new podcast. We're going to be talking about the new Highlander book that I just got in today as well. Super excited about that. Have to mention Highlander. Another thing I want to ask about the Clone Wars that I forgot, and Ryan, you just reminded me. You have a friend that some people have heard of called Jeremy, whatever, and he loves the Clone Wars. So have you talked to him about this new season, and is he enjoying it?
Yeah, he really enjoyed the Bad Batch episode. And to be honest, I enjoyed it too. It's as good as Clone Wars gets. As much as I prefer Karen Travis's clones, definitely. When you're talking about TCW, this is the best when it's just focused on clones and the characters and like kind of their arc through the wars, as opposed to focusing on Obi-Wan and Anakin and Ahsoka's nonsensical relationships and the canon breaking aspects of them fighting Dooku a million times. Daniel Gonzalez said in chat, "My powers have doubled since last time we met 2 weeks ago." Exactly. We do it together this time. Are you kidding me?
You mean like
we do it together?
No, you know what kills me, Ryan? It's not the show itself. It's the book Wild Space, which is the closest.
Wild Space I hate because the author did not do any research going into it.
Well, I don't think she had a choice, first of all. Suddenly, all of the, 2 years has shrunk down to 2 months?
Yeah, no, trust me. I feel like, no, I honestly do feel like she was misinformed on shit. Like, to be honest, the way that book was written, it also takes other things out of context. Like, it feels like, what is it? Kind of Crystal Star 2, kind of like how.
I actually think it's an interesting book.
It's an interesting book, yes, but there's inconsistencies within what they were doing, and that's the problem with that book.
It's a book that needs to exist because there needs to be an explanation for why Obi-Wan, who hates politicians, likes Bail.
Yes,
but it's just terrible execution.
It does good with that, and it does. Here's the thing: it does that, and it also shows when Anakin is given command over, of a battle, which we have never gotten like a pinpoint thing in the multimedia project.
Now, real quick, let me answer these 2 questions, guys. First off, Zahn did have, and at least add to Tor comic books at the beginning, though, to be fair, I believe that softened through the years.
Well, he wrote
but at first, what he's talking about is him refusing to include Dark Empire because he thought he didn't appreciate comic books as much, and that did change, I think, in all fairness. The other one, Shakti died in a deleted scene from episode 3. It's not official. 2 different
deleted scenes, right?
2 different deleted scenes,
and I believe in the video game, Revenge of the Sith video game as well.
No,
that's the
Sarah Kato and Syndralig is who you face in the temple in that game.
No, but you see her death. You see her death on.
It's a cutscene.
Yeah, exactly.
This one.
No, you're thinking of Lego Star Wars.
Okay. No, it happens in Lego Star Wars too. I've seen the cutscene where she's meditating and she says like, "What do you want, Skywalker?" And then Anakin kills her.
Yeah. She has 4 different deaths, in fact. 2 in Revenge of the Sith.
2 are deleted scenes, and the other 2 are canon video games.
You are correct. The one is Force Unleashed, and that is the one that is canon. Now, if you were to make one expanded book in the EU not canon, what would it be? Amelia, do you have an answer for this? Evan would have them all.
Do you want one of my many trolling answers, or do you want one of my actual answers?
Before you, give me an actual answer, because Evan can't give an answer. He would say all of them. That way, he could say he's read all the books.
Actual answer: there's a couple I don't like. Honestly, anything by Sean Williams, and then the zombie ones.
Some hate. Oh,
okay. The zombie one.
So
I only read Red Harvest. I didn't read Death Troopers, which I've heard was apparently better.
Death Troopers is awesome. Red Harvest is garbage. But no, number one thing in general is Force Unleashed is the worst thing that ever happened to canon. Worse than Clone Wars.
The book?
No, I can't agree with that one.
Wrecked the video game genre. Took games that were pleasantly difficult, like the Dark Forces games, and just said, we're going to use stormtroopers as pins like we're bowling, and we're going to give our character 2 lightsabers so you don't die through your whole campaign on hard. We're going to have all sorts of throwing TIE fighters. That's the one.
So, the video games are not canon. It's the novels.
Bad too. So hold up, before I want to get through these questions here. Dylan, one book gets removed from the EU. What is it?
Dawn of the Jedi Into the Void, because it would literally affect the least amount of things.
That's correct too. I should probably pick out Ryan.
That's what I was going to say. Okay. And it's also trash. So
it's also bad.
Every time I click on something. Actually, yes. The old Clone War, Dave Filoni's Clone Wars was within the C. It was part of the C canon. Sure, it has on T canon status, but C canon included it in. Now you're saying, well, if it's included in, then the new series should be included in the Legends. No, it's not, because those are not being made with Legends in mind or considered.
Lucasfilm has actually made it clear that these new episodes are not Legends. However, Son of Dathomir is as.
It is dual. It is dual. That is correct.
That's the only thing outside of that TV show and the movies that are dual canon.
There's one other one.
There's a short for Insider, right?
Blade Squadron.
No, Blade Squadron
Part-
is only canon, right?
Part 1 came out when it was Legends. Part 2 came out, and it was the official first canon short story. So it has its foot in both eras.
That's
Very-
weird.
And I'm sure that canon now claims it, but it first part 1 got printed as expanded universe. That's why I have part 2, and I read part 2, and I do consider part 2 part of, because it's both. So that was the last, and that was probably the last thing I read was Blade Squadron Part 2.
Wow, I just realized something very ironic. Evan's wearing a shirt that says "Read."
Yeah, it's one of my favorite shirts now. It's of the old Reed posters that.
It's a reminder of what he needs to do with his book.
Exactly.
Let me ask you. All right, let me ask you this: Who, Dylan? You can't answer. Who do you have? Who are you pulling for in the EU Authors Tournament to win it all? Amelia.
Karen Travis.
Oh.
Okay.
Evan's like, I just love TCW so much.
Hold on,
better.
before you move on, let me. Okay, so Karen Travis.
Hold on, let Dylan talk.
Would have to get through Jeff Grubb. Okay, that's probably going to happen. Terry Brooks, probably going to happen. John Jackson Miller, then Timothy Zahn.
Okay, yeah.
She's not getting past Zahn, knowing this fan base. By the way, I want to clear up something. I'm not either or like TCW or MMP. I'm not, I'm not one or the other. I'm both.
He just defends TCW.
TCW because...
Oh, this is getting out of hand like the Democratic debate. Evan, answer the question.
Okay.
Wait,
no refunds. No refunds.
Who?
James Luceno. There's your question.
Okay.
Answered.
Thank you.
That's my answer as well.
Yeah.
Dylan, I told you not to answer. Okay. Jeremy, what's your answer? Who are you going with?
Luceno.
Okay. Ooh, Luceno fans all the way. And Ryan.
Who are the 1 seeds?
Well, you have to pick a 1 seed.
I know. I'm just
The 1
curious.
seeds are it was Troy
Zahn Denning, Luceno.
Yeah, so Troy Denning would be my pick. Troy Denning. I don't think he'll win, but that's my
I
pick.
think he's going to go far. Actually, Son of Dothmir came out under the Legends.
It was the last.
But was included in New Canon too because it was part of the official, Clone Wars. But it did come out
short printed, which is why they did that.
I don't get why they wouldn't adapt Son of Dathomir in this new. I'm like convinced that here's the thing with this new Clone Wars season. I'm convinced it's just damage control because literally they could have done so many more episodes and episodes that are crucial to
that.
How many damn times are they gonna fight? How much time is in between episodes 2 and 3? How old is Ahsoka gonna get? Like she started as like 12, now she's like 21. Like it's ridiculous.
Well, we couldn't sex up the child forever.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I don't know why she was fan service as a child. It was the strangest thing. It bothered me.
I am convinced that Filoni is a legit pedo.
But then again,
I am convinced.
Does anyone else get baptized?
Okay. No.
I wouldn't say that. I would actually say I know that Dave Filoni is a furry. In fact, his obsession with wolves is second to none. There are wolves in everything he does. He is obsessed with them. Dave Filoni is a furry.
So you're saying
is he a furry pedophile?
So you're saying during the Clone Wars micro
Don't say
series.
that.
So you're saying during the Clone Wars micro series, when they had the voting for the Jedi about which one was getting in, he was pulling for the Chistavian.
Yes.
Obviously.
Jeremy, this is like having Tristan on.
No one has removed their shirts yet.
I'm pretty sure 90% of the people watching don't know who Tristan is.
Dude, we talked about Tristan on Legends podcast too. Made fun of him on there. God.
Yeah. So there you go.
Well, stop bringing up Tristan, Dylan.
Well,
I do think Filoni is so obsessed with Ahsoka, but it's not because I don't think it's because of that.
It's a wider thing.
It's the only character that he's ever been that involved with that's actually any good.
Yeah.
Ezra Bridger is trash. Ezra Bridger deserved to die.
I
Why is
do
he
like
still alive?
I do like Sabine Wren, but maybe that's just because I'm an artist and
Sabine carrying the dark saber, which I don't understand why the dark saber unites the Mandalorians.
No,
When it's not Mandalorian, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. But then again, why in the Mandalorian do they not take their masks off? But in Clone Wars and Rebels, they do it.
Dude, don't ask me. It's just. So...
I'm asking you, Evan.
The Empire gave them peace.
Okay. Let's calm down here.
That's for a different discussion. That's for a different discussion. Yes, Evan.
However, you could say that the Darksaber was technically stolen during the Old Republic era. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm done.
You can't punch like that and walk away. This is ridiculous. Okay.
Do you feel
I'll repeat my stance on Dave Filoni's Clone Wars because it does. I do give it a lot of hate, but I got to be honest. There's about half of that series I truly did love. They had some good. In fact, when he just did episodes on just the clones, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed those episodes. Cad Bane is a great character. I enjoyed Cad Bane. I hate that he has stupid episodes, but I thought he was a good character. There are a lot of things that I do enjoy about the Clone Wars. But the thing is, people just putting him on a pedestal saying this is the guy who should run Lucasfilm is absolutely ridiculous because you forget that he made a lot of ridiculous choices in Clone Wars and he didn't have any respect for the expanded universe, first off.
Or George Lucas.
Or
George Lucas.
And
George Lucas wanted Ahsoka to die. George Lucas wanted Ahsoka to die during Order 66. And what happened as soon as George Lucas was out of the picture? Hashtag Ahsoka lives. That's what happened.
Yeah. And it's go ahead, Evan.
To be fair, George and Filoni had talked in depth, and this was before he left.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure Filoni said he was totally on board with it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's one of the things that the kind of stuff that he had to, because like Ryan's pointed out and I point out in my reviews that if you watch through Dave Filoni's Clone Wars, it's a terrible bridge between 2 and 3. It's a terrible.
Here's the thing: it's not that good of a bridge. Now, this is why I say it belongs in Legends, is because
it does belong in Legends. I'm not saying we should.
It's because it's because the thing is it is a terrible bridge, but I see the TCW, that kind of era of the multimedia project, being more squarely at the end of the Clone War, kind of like 2 years for that, and then 2 years for the other stuff. You see most.
Who knew that celebration video would turn into a debate?
Why I say this?
It can lead to a debate, but like I said, there's a lot of stuff I do like. But
yeah, I mean, I'm not all for every choice that Dave Filoni made in that series. I mean,
hold on. There was a lot of stuff that he could have done. There was so much potential when saying when George Lucas in Episode 3 says there are heroes on both sides. I want to see that. I want to see.
Well, we did get that.
The Separatists, have some good people on their side, see their point of view, even though they're wrong, but see their point of view. And I bet there were good people, but he had a choice to tell the story that would enrich Episode 3. Again,
we see that in.
Hold on. Okay. Don't Kanye West me right now. I'm just saying that you look at Tartakovsky's Clone Wars, and it bridges the gap between 2 and 3, I think, pretty darn well, because Grievous looks awesome. You're frightened to death of him. He seems like a big, big threat now. And you're saying, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see him in Episode 3. And he's all this menacing threat. If you watch Filoni's Clone Wars, he's a bumbling idiot that gets foiled all the time. Okay, got it. Check. I just don't think he just gave respect to Episode 3 at all. I think he was disrespectful to the movies. He said, you know what? Screw the movies. I want to make the story I want to make. I just think that's disrespectful. Now, am I in the minority on that? Possibly, because there's a lot of Clone Wars fans out there. But I don't.
I'm in the minority when it comes to EU community TCW. I'm obviously in the minority about that. And, I know what you're saying, Matt.
Well, anyway, like I said, it's a thing for another day. Someone said, "What is your favorite war in Clone and Star Wars?" That's a great one. I'm going to say the Nagai invasion just to piss people off. It was great.
Jack's like Ryan versus Evan, the greatest.
No,
the
it
greatest
has to be New Your Order, where over 1 billion people died. That would be it for me.
Not enough.
Not enough.
They should have dropped more moons.
Should drop a what?
They should have
More
dropped
moons?
more moons.
I thought you said something else.
Yeah, moons.
You pervert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I am. Will.
That was actually a strategy that Long had in New Jedi Order was they just went to Mutalisk and got a whole bunch of moons to drop onto planets.
You get a moon and you get a moon.
I gotta get someone. Real question. Listen, starting with Ryan and moving around. Favorite Star Wars trilogy? Someone wants you to know. I mean, book trilogy.
Oh, I was going to say the sequels, hands down. Favorite Star Wars book trilogy? I think I got asked this the other day, and I said the Bane trilogy. Mm-hmm. And I think that if I have to choose a trilogy, I mean, obviously you've got the Thrawn trilogy, but I actually think that the Bane trilogy it has a weaker middle book for sure, but it's just written at a different time too. It doesn't have the same impact, obviously, but I love the Bane trilogy. Evan?
Currently Bane trilogy, because I've really liked this after reading through it. It's just really good. It's better than Thrawn trilogy, and I thought Thrawn trilogy was really good, but now it just ranks lower.
I am pressing F for you, Daniel.
Oh yeah, Sword of the Jedi.
My favorite was Jedi Academy. It's been like 10 years since I read it, but I remember staying up all night to finish that last book. Like I literally got like 45 minutes of sleep.
Nice.
Reading that last book. I just remember being so engaged.
You were only 14 years old. You could go without sleep.
That's true. I was only 14 years old 10 years ago.
What about you, Jeremy?
The Lando Calrissian trilogy.
Really?
Yeah, it's so Star Wars to me. It's the only time we really get Lando shining. I mean, like, I could honestly say Black Fleet Crisis only for Lando's plot, because the rest of Black Fleet Crisis is not worth it. But the Lando plot is fine, because Lando's doing something. I think we just have to have, like, a low standard for when, like, Lando does something. But L. Neil Smith says, nah, you can have, like, A-tier books with Lando as the main character.
Yeah, that's true. I hated Black Fleet Crisis in general.
Oh, Black Fleet Crisis is tedious.
Dylan, what's your favorite trilogy, Dylan?
Well, this is technically a trilogy, even though it's a part of a larger series, but the Ray Squadron trilogy, because that's 3 books.
You know,
you're right.
I was either going to guess that or
Meridian! Aww. Hello. She looks so sleepy.
Hang out.
Callista trilogy. Oh boy.
Oh, no, not the Callista trilogy.
I'm still waiting for
that was Callista trilogy was actually Dylan's pick. So
the Callista trilogy is actually the inverse of the Bane trilogy, because in the Callista trilogy, the middle book is the good one.
Oh,
yeah, that's
wait,
true.
what's the middle book? Darksaber, right?
Yeah, Darksaber.
It's the best of those, that's for sure.
What about Planet Twilight? I've heard mixed things. It looks interesting, but
Twilight is worse than Crystal Star.
I don't remember what's in Planet of Twilight, other than there's a Jedi, there's a planet that has auto turbo lasers that shoot things, and
Luke can't use the Force because someone will get struck by lightning.
Yeah, that's a thing.
It's the dumbest thing in the Star Wars book.
Okay, guys, Meridian.
I kind of disagree.
Meridian, what's your favorite trilogy of Star Wars books? You have the floor, Meridian.
Hold on. They're talking to you. Do you have a favorite trilogy? Do you like the Ewok trilogy? Look. That's you.
She's like,
I'm very confused, and I just want the teething to stop.
There you go, folks.
She's like, if I bite the nipple off this bottle, will the teething stop?
Tell her she got to tip that thing back. She wants to get any milk.
Oh,
she's about to throw up.
She's one.
She's thinking.
She's wondering when Uncle Dylan's going to come babysitter.
Dylan.
Okay.
Gosh, I'm like,
baby.
Dylan's thinking about how I banned him from picking up change in a video because he ruined 2 podcasts by throwing change around.
I wasn't throwing it around. I was just going through it.
Flinging it around and slamming it on the table and ruining my audio.
Most YouTubers
He is pretty
are
cute.
baby dog.
It's true.
Meridian deserves 5,000.
I'll never forget the guy at Celebration who donated the aftermath to us.
Wait, was that the celebration I went to?
Yeah.
We donated.
Donated it to the public bathroom.
Who would like to answer this besides Evan, who hasn't read it yet?
I love Jedi Academy.
We
We just had this conversation.
I actually read a little bit of Jedi. I've read through Jedi Search so far, and then I was sidetracked with the Darth Bane stuff and book club again. So
it has. I would say that it's more maligned than it should be. I don't think it's great, but I think it has some great moments.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, it's good. Maybe like a 5 or a 6 average. That's what I would say. Sorry, Amelia.
That's okay. It's been like a decade since I read it. So.
I think it serves a great point in the EU. It proves that we don't necessarily have to have the movie characters be the main characters necessarily. The movie characters are there, but like the interesting plot is our new characters, and I would actually put it above the Bane trilogy for that alone. I mean, to me, you missed it, Matt. I said the Lando trilogy is the best trilogy.
I would say that point was proven pretty well with the Rogue Squadron books, which I believe came out before Jedi, the Jedi Academy trilogy. But those almost have no OT characters. You have a little bit of Luke, you have a little bit of Leia in one of them, a little bit of Han in the Wraith Squadron books. But
so I might hold it to a different standard because as a kid, I got read the Jedi Academy trilogy when I was very small, and I didn't know the Rogue Squadron books existed until I was like a teenager. So I might hold it.
Were you as small as this little button up here?
I was about 3 when they read those to me, 2 or 3. So, yeah, like some of my earliest members are my parents reading like the Thrawn trilogy or Shadows of the Empire or
Wow, you had a great childhood.
my parents were really into the Bantam stuff.
I'd say if nothing else, if you are going to get into deep into the EU, that Jedi Academy is definitely something you should read early, and especially if you're going to go heavy into the post Return of the Jedi story, because there's so many characters.
Go about 100 years further.
Look,
That's why. But the book's end at 45.
what does she have?
She has some paper, some notes that Daddy's going to hold up and read from for his next EU video.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
Eat your notes.
She's about to eat it.
Yeah.
She's like, yummy.
Look, it's the notes to what's coming up. Courtship of Princess Leia.
Read that. What's coming up? Well, actually, this is a very exciting time to be reviewing the EU because
you're getting into the good parts.
Logically, because there's a lot of Bantam novels coming up. I'm going to be doing some back-to-back. Obviously, I'm doing back-to-back novels now, but there's not as many short stories. There are a few in between here and there, and not as many comic books within the Bantam era, sadly. But it is an exciting time as I go through this in chronological order. It's almost like I'm saving the best for last because I think the story just keeps climbing up and getting better and better.
But then you have to end with Legacy too.
Hey, that's not that bad.
Well, it's not.
It's a real step down from Legacy.
Yeah,
everything is.
Now there was a question that we failed to answer, Ryan, earlier. It was how would you rewrite Clone Wars? I'm guessing it was Filoni's Clone Wars. I can't remember right now. Do you remember that question?
Yeah. What would you do differently or something like that?
What would you do differently? Here's what I would have done differently.
Fire Filoni, not have a TCW series, just have the Gendy Tarkovsky Clone Wars series and be done with it. That's all you need.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even gone into that era anymore. And if I did, I would have just kept it on clones and other side stories that don't just that highlight that there's heroes on both sides. that phrase that's in episode 3, the marquee scroll in episode 3, that we never understand what that means. It was a perfect opportunity to explain more of something and not do anything else with it.
Give me more Yoda Dark Rendezvous. Give me more shatter points, stuff like that.
Jedi that aren't Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Well, that's why that Shakti novel, when it got canned, Escape from Dagu, it's a shame because we were going to get a character, a book about a character that we didn't know that much about. And we were going to get her fleshed out. Who knows what kind of personality Dietz was going to give her and everything. It would have been interesting. And that's the reason. If it was a generic Anakin Obi-Wan novel, of course I'd want to see it, but I wouldn't be as interested in it as I am about a Shakti novel. Was I a big, huge fan of Shakti? No, I don't care. But it's a character that was never explored before. It's interesting that she's getting her own novel.
So you could have become a big Shakti fan, and that chance was taken away from you.
Yeah.
You could have become a big Shakti fan.
On the plus side, Lucasfilm still has that manuscript in their archives.
Yeah. So. It's a blessing.
All right.
Maybe that's what we should ask for.
Thoughts? Evan, did you read the Young Jedi Knight series?
I have everything. I
didn't ask if you had it. I asked if you read it.
No, I haven't.
All right. Let's see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He's just saying that so he gets to sit next
to
Amelia.
I read about the first 4 or 5.
Man,
Dylan, I don't like him above me. It makes me comfortable.
I know, Jeremy, you love Young Jedi Knights.
Bless you.
I love all of the young adult stuff. I think that Young Jedi Knights is just as essential as Jedi Academy and understanding Luke's Jedi Order before things go south in New Jedi Order and the various other.
We should crowdfund and get the Young Jedi Knights series omnibus for Meridian and Piper for their first birthday.
That has that.
They're pretty common to find at half-price books, I've found. But
you can get them on Amazon.
The problem is finding all 14 of them.
I found all 14.
Hold on.
It took me years to find the last one. It took me years to find several of them. But the first couple, I had no problem.
Amelia, it took me 6 months, not even that to get them all.
Hold up. I got to continue the question to Ryan. Ryan, Young Jedi Knights.
I agree with Jimmy. It's very important going forward. And to be honest, for New Jedi Order, the characters in Young Jedi Knights are so important. Mm-hmm. Because without knowing them, you don't have the same care factor when they just get murdered, or whatever else may happen to them, or when they have the potential to be in danger.
Really, New Jedi Order and everything that came after really fed off of not just the Bantam era books, but really Young Jedi Knights and Junior Jedi Knights. It really expanded those characters and developed them and killed them. And you wouldn't have New Jedi Order and onwards without Young Jedi Knights and Junior Jedi Knights.
Especially Legacy of the Force, because if you haven't read Young Jedi Knights, when you get to Invincible, you're gonna not know what's going on. Those quotes are not gonna have any effect on you.
The impact. You're right. The impact of that novel will be you'll miss it.
Because you would have never seen Jason as the kind boy who like took care of animals or anything. Because you don't get that in New Jedi Order, not really.
Jason was essentially the Aquaman of the EU.
Yeah,
I
mean, it's like the best you get is in Star by Star. It's mentioned that I'm good with animals, so I can hunt the Voxen Queen. That's the extent that you get. You don't get his little collection of that keep escaping, and he has to go off and before they bite someone.
Speaking of Aquaman,
this man has a DC hat forever. I am kind of jealous, sir, because I secretly like Aquaman because everyone else hates him, or they don't think that much of him. I mean, I guess they do now. They have some movie, but
Ryan, like your Blue Beetle hat.
I will say, my one complaint about the Young Jedi Knights series is whoever at Berkeley Boulevard decided that it was a good idea to not put what book number each book was on the book somewhere is should be fired, because man, it's so confusing when they're I have them in the correct order.
I love those series.
Anyways, we should get Young Jedi Knights for Meridian and Piper for their birthday.
Get them in these lovely hardcovers. I highly recommend picking them up if you can.
Hey,
Matt.
Then you don't have to worry about the order.
What?
By the way,
Where'd you find those?
I wish.
Well, I've had to buy these twice because my first copy burned up when I lost my house. But it was.
Yeah, where are you living now? Whose basement is that?
This is the second floor of a duplex that I live in. That I had to put my gym equipment in as well as my bed, which makes things really interesting to walk around.
How many books did Del Rey end up sending you?
They sent me 10, 12 books, I think.
Nice.
They sent me Through the Empire and a bunch of like half the new canon, which was pretty nice.
What caused the house fire, bud?
It was in California.
My town.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was really nice of them.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was just thinking.
You lost an entire library.
Oh no.
Actually, no. I managed to take my Portrait of Princess Leia that Dave Wolverton signed. It was the only book I could grab.
Hold up.
That's why I keep a digital collection as well.
Young adult novel series. This is a hard one. What is the best one of them all? Let me start with Dylan.
The Jedi Prince series.
Oh.
Dylan, I appreciate that.
I love it.
I just realized I'm wearing the wrong hat.
And I want to say Jedi
So the rest of us don't matter then?
You matter, Amelia.
Which one?
I appreciate it.
Hold on, Jimmy. Did you answer the question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said Jedi Apprentice.
Okay, that's a great one.
I agree with Jeremy.
That's a great one, actually. Amelia?
What was the question? Was this the best young adult series?
Yes.
Depends on. Wait, are we talking young adult as in like your average novel or like
Young adult series.
Like the Scholastic stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Oh, the Scholastic stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't read any of that stuff besides Younger Jedi Knights, and I read about half of that. So Young Jedi Knights, because it's only what I read. I read a couple of Jude Watson standalones, none of her series. Like I read Legacy of the Jedi and Secrets of the Jedi, but those were standalones.
Yeah.
I can tell you that The Last of the Jedi is like the worst. Like Jude Watson's young adult stuff. Because Paris Olin is one of the worst Star Wars characters in the EU. I just have an issue with Padawans holding their own against Darth Vader. Like this is.
You mean like every Jedi that survived Order 66, basically?
Yeah, like I understand like when you fought the Dark Woman in Tales, and like there's like a legit fight there because she was the knight.
I hate when annoying Mary Sue characters fight General Grievous toe to toe. It's like, why do you even need to send Obi-Wan? Why do you even need to send Obi-Wan into to go kill him in Episode 3?
You know,
not a big deal.
She
Just send
never fought
Ahsoka.
toe to toe, dude. I'm gonna stop that right there. She never fought toe to toe with him.
Like,
Definitely held her own against him one-on-one.
No.
Ryan, I'm going to take this one step further. I hate when Mary Sue characters have a tug of war over a spaceship with an emo Andy Samberg, and then they shoot force lightning into a spaceship and it blows up. That serves no purpose to the plot.
No clue what you're talking about, but okay.
It's a Rise of Skywalker joke. Unfortunately, it's not a joke. The movie was.
It's just real life. That's what I lived through.
Hey, Matt, I've got a question for you.
I love epilepsy warnings before my films. I just love them.
Do you have epilepsy?
No, but the fact that that movie had an epilepsy warning before the Lucasfilm logo came up was the thing that I saw. And I said, "Oh, we're in for a real treat."
So, I've got a question for Matt.
Okay, question for me?
Yeah.
What's that?
I heard through the grapevine that Del Rey cannot republish the Young Jedi Knight series. Do you know why?
They
Because it wasn't published by Del Rey.
it wasn't published by Del Rey, but at the same maybe
The right should default to
at the same
Lucasfilm.
well, hold on. Who was it published by?
It was
Berkeley Boulevard.
Okay.
and Jam.
This is just my idea. They don't reprint a lot of the children's novels. I guess because they think they don't have much resaleability. If you notice a lot, the children's novels, Jedi Knights will never get reprinted. Jedi Apprentice series, all the Scholastic stuff doesn't get reprinted. I don't know why. It could be rights entanglement, but I mean, Jedi Knights the same way. They suffer the same fate.
Young Jedi Knights, I wouldn't even call children's series. It's more of a teenager, like what you find.
No, I agree.
Matt, we're pushing 3 hours of this live stream.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Except that I need to be awake in like 5 hours.
I know.
That sounds like a problem.
I'm about to cut it here, but the thing is, I just wanted to answer Evan's question that I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I think people, I hate that those children's books, because some of them are really good. They're not just, that's the thing about the expanded universe. It was even stuff like the Galaxy of Fear series, which they pigeonholed John Whitman to write it as a Goosebumps ripoff, and he still did a great job.
Taste yourself, Meridian.
Say what? Yeah. But
she's drinking way too fast.
He's her name. Okay, all right. He still did a great job, even though he had to write it like Goosebumps. And so, I mean, that's how much care and thought and effort went into it. Ryan, you have something here for us?
Yeah, can you just give me a screen share real quick?
Yeah.
I did. This is season 1, episode 7 of the Clone Wars. Season 1, episode 7 of the Clone Wars.
Oh god, I forgot how jerky the animation is. It's so
it gets a lot better season 3.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you have to see this, Meridian.
Literally, Filoni has explained that Grievous was toying with her the entire time.
I don't give a shit what he explained. You just said that he never fought one-on-one. There's no way he's toying with her. What do you like? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
If that's the official statement, that's the official statement, Ryan.
I feel like there's some Bloomberging going on, but I'm not sure who's getting Bloomberged.
I'm just saying that your statement. You just told me, Evan. You literally just told me. I gotta stop you. I gotta stop you there. They never stop. You just said I gotta stop you there. They never fought one-on-one. Come on.
Brady, there is no way we're gonna keep going.
Literally in the first episode or first season of Clone Wars.
Why is this happening right now?
Great debate, Win.
You're cursed, Jeremy.
There's no debate.
Okay, they have fought one-on-one. I'm not saying that. I thought you meant as equal.
To be on here.
This is a debate. Does that make me Elizabeth Warren?
This used to be my stream.
I need to have a great Clone Wars debate at some point.
He would have. This isn't even the first time. Several times throughout the series, he faces Padawans, like Padawan levels, and doesn't immediately cut them down. Are you kidding me?
No, he's only faced. And Ryan, before you go, Ryan,
information.
I just watched the whole series over the course of 3 weeks. This stuff's fresh in my mind.
Okay.
He fought Ahsoka again, but even then she was losing.
All right, this is enough.
Matt has a really.
Guess what?
We're gonna have the debate.
Guess what, Evan? Obi-Wan lost too. Obi-Wan should have died. You're telling me that Ahsoka is the same level as Obi-Wan? That's exactly what you're saying.
Because that's not the same level when Ahsoka's.
I'm willing to discuss it. This conversation, but at another time.
Okay,
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get you on, and then you on.
Okay.
And I'm gonna.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna discuss.
Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up.
Can you highlight Will's comment real quick?
Say what?
Can you highlight Will Gentry's comment real quick? Sorry, I'm
Thank
congested.
you, Will.
Was it
My
this
allergies
one?
are killing me.
Yeah.
No,
that one.
That one?
All right.
No, even in the fight, it shows that.
Okay.
Well,
Thanks.
We just need to do a live stream a week from now. Clone Wars debate.
All right. So anyway, real quick, I'll thank all my little friends who came on.
I'm your friend.
Evan, thank you for coming in and interrupting everyone. Appreciate that. No,
I love
am
you
glad
all,
that you got to
especially
come on.
Meridian.
I am. Amelia, I'm glad you're on here too. You didn't even talk about a moon base once. I appreciate that. Jeremy, thanks for coming in. I really honestly forgot about the Legends podcast. I didn't mean to.
Okay, I
apologize for that. Dylan, I have no apologies for you.
Good.
It's fine. I just work here anyway.
Ryan, always good.
Sir,
have you on. Appreciate it. Because I mean, to be honest, I've said this before. Everyone who watches the channel, and 5,000 is a big accomplishment. I really appreciate that. I appreciate everyone who watches. It's baby. Hold on, Day's got to talk right now.
She's like, I may sing the song of my people.
Meridian appreciates it too, but you guys, the viewers who watch. Oh, baby, don't do that. The viewers who watch have been just awesome. It's just it's fun because I get to talk about things I like, but the thing is that you like it too, and we can all talk and have fun about it. I appreciate that. Don't forget to go to Twin Sons Foundation. Definitely throw them a couple of dollars. They're getting toward their goal right now. Let's get them to their goal. It's all going for a good purpose. It's all going for books for kids. It's going to be great. You get to see the evidence you get to see the fruits of their winning of the successful campaign. They deliver those books. The kids are so happy. They tell stories and everything about how fun it is. And drop the bottle there. Okay. And so,
how dare you?
Meridian has said this is the end of the podcast. Guys, thank you so much for being here. And I'll just talk to you later. We'll see you later.
Goodbye, Benny.